until 10 o'clock this evening. Whoop, whoop. We have got some huge opportunities coming your way in the next 4 hours. Loads to fit in, and I mean genuinely, we are stacked to the brim with chances to really make a difference, whether it be for your jewellery making for Christmas, whether perhaps you're gifting, whether perhaps you're presenting for a fair, or you're just treating yourself to a nice Christmas get-up for perhaps a nice, you know, workout, a do or an outing. If whatever you're wanting a great deal, when I am promising that that is exactly what we have in store for you. So thanks very much for tuning in. Don't move a muscle for the next 4 hours, apart from if it's to dial to get through to us on our free phone number, or if it's to join us at JewelleryMaker.com. Of course, we do have the app, so if you are heading out, don't miss out. So make sure that you download our app, go to our app store, make sure you type in JewelleryMaker, you'll find our app there and you can download it. It means that wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you know you're not going to miss out on the big deals tonight. And we do have some tremendous deals, including the one to own. And the one to own is spectacular. I mean, it is quite simply a crazy deal. See what I did there? It's crazy, lace again. So it's crazy. See what I did there? Sharp there. Yes, we have got for you a big crazy deal. Look at how spectacularly unique this is. It feels like it's almost got a little bit of a retro vibe. You know, it almost has that tie-dye feel. It's got you know, texture. These are totally natural, 100% individualized by nature's qualities. The look that you have here, the pattern and the print, the individuality of each texture, of color form, that is nature's palette of beauty. I mean, to me, every time I look at that profile, every time I see the different grading of color, spectacular. These are going to be epically well received. All I can tell you is that Crazy Lace Agate is always very popular with us, but no more so when it gets to this kind of a deal. Am I allowed to tell everybody that this is going, let's say, under £20? Under £20 for the one to own today. An amazing assortment of luxury cabochons, and I'm guaranteeing, so if you want to pre-order, go on, I dare you to put them up for pre-order. I know we didn't discuss it, but I do feel that, you know, the thing is that, Beck, I mean, it's Monday madness kind of an evening. I mean, it's me, it's you. We've got nobody else apart from me and you together. Well, when I say nobody else, let's not pretend that we're here alone, because we have a team of amazing, amazing peeps to make sure that the show is going to roll spectacularly. I'll go to say I'm getting along the way there. But we have loads to go through today, but that is going to be... So are we going to do it? Dare we put it up for pre-order? Ready? 3, 2, 1. It's up for pre-order. It is now available for pre-order. I will remind you, I've guaranteed under £20 on those brand new opportunities. Crazy Lace again. I can tell you, I've got instant reaction. I've already got people coming in on this one. And if you like the price on the web, I can tell you now that's not the price you're going to be paying. We will be taking it lower. Under £20 for the one to own today. First come, first served. You can quantity purchase as many as you like. So we're not going to restrict you in buying one. If you want to buy 3, if you want to buy 10, you can buy as many as you like. It is one post and packaging for the whole deal. So once you pay your P&P of £3.95, you can add as many times as you like. So if you joined us at 8 o'clock this morning and now you're joining us at 6 o'clock this evening, good news is you bought then, you can buy now, and it's still under one P&P. And all of that is going to be making a huge difference when we start the hour under £10 hour. Now, normally with under 10, there's one thing you have to be expecting. Busy, busy, busy is what you have to expect. We go fast, we go furious, and it is a no holds barred, guaranteed everything under £10. The only things that are not going under £10 are our star buys. Those are the only things that are not going under a tenner. So if you have a price bracket in mind and it's less than £10 to treat yourself, treat somebody else for Christmas, then this is your showcase. Next hour we're going into sterling silver. So all I can tell you is this next couple of hours we're going busy, very, very busy, and that'll take us straight to 8 o'clock. And 8 o'clock, of course, is as the one to own. And there's a chance there that the quantity that we had is not going to be the quantity that we have to the live deal at 8 o'clock. So please be prepared for that deal, and that's happening later on. Are you ready for under £10 to kickstart the evening? Oh yes. Shall we start with a findings pack? Shall we start? Oh, that's a big finest pack for under £10. You're getting 100 pieces for £10. Now at the moment I've got children who are doing lots and lots of maths in my house. Right, they're doing maths tests. They're just in the mood for maths at the moment. So they've got things on the computer and then they've got things writing down. And so they're very into maths. Thing is, at this precise moment, my head is going, okay, so if I've got 100 findings at £10, what does that work them out as? I know. Do you have that moment where you have a sudden like, oh, I don't know the answer? No, you really do know the answer. You probably can work it out, but you have a sudden panic that you don't know the answer. And because you're saying you don't know the answer, you don't even try and work it out because you're convinced you don't know it. I'm going to guess 10 pence each. Because 10 times 100, no. Is that right? Each finding is worth, if we go to £10 and we've got 100 findings, am I right in saying that each finding is 10 pence each? Emma? Oh. It's going to be a good night. It's going to be a very, very good night. We have got for you an amazing deal. That is 100 findings. Big up the Carol Vorderman in me. We have got for you a £9.95 price tag. So actually, it's not even 10p, is it? It's like 9 pence and 95 somethingness. You have got here a huge deal, a massive somethingness. I'm sure Carol Vorderman uses that in her maths. I'm sure she does. We have got here, within the findings bundle, a guarantee of a metre. That is a metre of chain guaranteed within this deal. You also get a wonderful toggle clasp in its classic style, and you also get the heart-shaped toggle clasp as well. These are all part of the same silver-plated copper findings pack for just £9.95. If you want to give the gift of jewellery making to anybody for this Christmas, if you've got the idea of presenting not just a gift but perhaps a hobby that could change somebody's life, and look, if you do jewellery make, you know that this is pretty much a life-changing hobby. It's something that can be so fulfilling, it can be so rewarding, it has a pleasure to it, it's got a creativity to it, it's got a final result that makes you feel really proud to wear. And if you want to present that to somebody else as a gift, you want to give somebody else the chance to be feeling that good about themselves and jewellery making, because it can be cathartic. If you know somebody who's perhaps rehabilitating physically as well as potentially mentally, I know that this is the kind of hobby that can really, really encourage a creative edge. It can create harmony and a little bit of sense of peace in people. And I think the nicest part about this bundle is that for £10 you could present all the findings that that person could need to get started into jewellery making in one bundle. So if you are wanting to, perhaps give the gift that's going to keep on giving beyond Christmas, then I think a finest pack like that would certainly be the way to go. Lovely way to keep it. Have you given the gift of jewellery making before? See, I think if the answer's no, then I think the answer should be this Christmas. What about give the gift of jewellery making to somebody else? And who could it be? Could it be somebody like within your family? Is it somebody at work? Have a think about it, because actually giving the gift like that is something that really could change somebody and perhaps their creative life. Right, let's go to, oh yes. And it's not just any kind of nuggets, it's Labradorite nuggets in an 84cm strand. Now we call these double strands because essentially we'd be very happy if I just hid that and gave you that singular strand. We'd be really happy. We're not. We're doubling it. It's a double whammy. 84cm strand is what you have here. And it's one of our most popular gemstones for so many reasons. It's a creatively inspiring gemstone. It's quite charismatic in its colour combinations. It goes from these wonderful steel tones, very metallic-esque qualities, and that's because it's actually got copper platelets inside, to then an amazing lustrous luminosity of labradorescence that glows, that creates a real drama to the surface of the gemstone. You can see sort of flashes of blues and greens and yellows, and literally a rainbow plethora of colour can be created from the surface of the gemstone. Again, that goes back to the copper platelets inside the stone. So really quite delightful, but not just a single strand perhaps as you would expect, whether that be a 20-30cm strand would be all well and good. But what about taking it to 84cm and then saying, don't forget, This is an under £10 hour. And if I said it was under 10, your presumption, because it's a double strand, because it's 84 centimetres, presumption, £9.95. Oh no, £3.95. You could buy 2 of these strands. You could be getting over 150 metres. You could get 1.5 metres of luxury, 1.5 metres of Labradorite for £3, for less than £10. Obviously one strand that you have here, 84 centimetres, £3.95. Double that and take you to what 160 centimetres as the case may be, so well over 1.5 metres. You would be still under a £10 budget. Amazing! What an opportunity! And again, going back to that idea of giving the gift for Christmas of jewellery making, you know, we've just given you that wonderful 100 findings pack. You only need 1 strand, that's it, just this strand and that findings pack, and you're given the gift of jewellery making. I mean, you really are going to give that opportunity to somebody. So if you do want to give the chance to, again, get jewellery making to Christmas gifts, what about that strand, that finest pack, and that is it. Absolutely the gift that keeps on giving there. Congratulations if you got that straight on. And we're going to, I guess, what you'd classify as a very traditionally classic gemstone to get started into jewellery making. But once you've worked with it, whether you're right at the beginning of your journey or very much deep into your journey, I think this is a gemstone you're always going to turn to. It's such a rich, reliable source of a luxury colour. It's such a well-known gemstone, but I think with the depth of colour that we have here, because we're going to Zambia, the interesting part about it is almost that it lifts to another brighter tone that you perhaps won't see from Brazil or other such locations. This is how we bring you Zambian amethyst. Oh yeah, you've got here over 130 carats of amethyst. Your graduated plain rondelles come between a size of 4 by 3 to 9 by 5. Now the rondelles, as you can see, really do facilitate stacking qualities. Because they have a flat side, it means that they almost kiss each other side to side. They just have that wonderful, almost nuzzling up to each other, which gives that real beautiful fluid floor. Now the thing is, with this strand, what I really like about it is because they're nuzzling up to each other, because they're having a bit of a hug, actually what's really nice is that every one you can see the differential of colour tone. You know that these are genuine gemstones. You know they're not the fakes or the synthetics, because the reality is you've got the pinks, you've got the purples, you've got some deeper tones, you've got the brighter tones, lighter tones, you've got them all together in one strand, and it is a full strand. And I think it's fair to say, with all of this quality of potential, to then see this quality, oh my life, you could buy 2 of these strands and still be under £10. That's the whole point of today. Make the most of the deals. We said to you Monday is the day for a little bit of Jewellery Maker madness, and we are bringing that madness to you in the size of amethyst for just £4.95. Now if I just show you the size of the rondelles, now if I say that's the smaller of the rondelle strand, if I go to the midst of the middle of that strand, look at that, look at how big. I mean, you're easily going to get a good 2 or 3 bracelets out of this one strand, but of course, because it's an under £10 hour, buy 2 strands and you're going to be getting what, 3, 4, 5 bracelets from that combination. Make the most of that deal. You know your gemstones, you know the prices that they should be, and it's certainly not the price you're seeing now. Now, next we're going to, oh, I love these. Now, I have very similar stones like this into my collection. Mine's are cubes, actually, and it doesn't matter. And I probably must have bought 3 or 4 variant strands of this colour type. It doesn't matter how many times I get them out, how many different ways, they just work their socks off. You know, if you wanted to make a Christmas tree and you wanted to do a nice wire Christmas tree and you wanted the baubles on the tree, these are the baubles, because these are the colours and the light can bounce through them and create crackling luxury finishings. You've got bright pinks and reds, you've got greens and yellows, you've got oranges, turquoises, and they're all together in this. I love this strand. I absolutely love this kind of strand because it's uplifting, it's got a real richness about it. I like the fact that you know it's genuine gemstones, you can see the internal texturing, but you also know that what you have is something that's going to create powerful detail into your designs and your jewellery. I'm going to pop it on the wrist just so you can see it against the skin, so you can see how the light really bounces through. I mean, look at that mix of colours. I mean, if you wanted to just go very Christmassy, you could go red and green, but if you wanted to mix in those colours, you could go golden tones, you could go peridot tones. You got it all going on this strand, and I love it. I think this is one of the most versatile strands, and I keep on going back to the idea, if you've got that finest pack and you're thinking of giving a gift for Christmas of jewellery making, what a perfect, and I do use the word perfect, opportunity to introduce jewellery making to somebody else or to yourself. Maybe you're watching for the very first time and you've got an idea of making jewellery for somebody for Christmas. Maybe actually budget wise you need to make something because there's a lot of jewellery out there in lots of jewellery shops, but seriously considered purchasing. Well, actually for Christmas I don't think there's anything better than receiving something that somebody's put their time into, their creativity, and that's what you could do with a very small budget. You could be giving the gift of luxury jewellery that you've handmade, but you're not having to compromise on the luxury of what you're working with. Here, they're genuine gemstones at £5.95. It's not beads of glass. It's not a little bit of synthetic here and there. This is the real deal of quartz, and all for £5.95. Of quartz it is. Yours for the taking, free phone number, or alternatively join us at JewelleryMaker.com. Congratulations, one and all. £5.95. Absolutely spectacular. Right, next up we're going. Oh, we've got this side. Let's see. Oh, are we going a little bit elastic? Right, the thing is that we've just been talking very specifically about giving the gift to somebody at Christmas time. And maybe, as I say, you're just getting started into jewellery making. Whatever it is, the one thing I will always say is that to get started with jewellery making probably is the cheapest, the most affordable hobby of all, right? With most other crafts, you have to go and buy lots and lots and lots of tools and supplies to then make anything. With jewellery making, it is a tiny amount of must-haves to then get creating. And actually, from that one strand of 10mm beads as we've just offered you, don't forget those were just £5.95. There's only one other thing you would need, only one other thing to get started into jewellery making: elastic. And this is your black elastic. We do different variant types. We do clear elastic, coloured elastic, but this is actually your elasticity from Beadalon. You're getting 5 meters of your 0.5mm elastic cord here. It's your stretchy cord, and if I just drop it down, you can see there that it's lovely quality of knotting elastic. Always good to know that you're getting the right goods for the right job, especially with jewellery making, because you want wearability factor, you want durability factor, therefore you need to get the proper goods. Don't use your normal household elastic to try and make luxury jewellery, because that's going to end up in a bit of a disaster. So buy the right tool for the right job, buy the right ingredients, and you know you've got something special. Don't forget, just £5.95, buy that one strand, get the elastic and add it to your order, 1p&p for the whole day for both of those. And the good news is you're getting jewellery making. You need nothing else. Genuinely nothing else. I mean, if you wanted to perhaps be a little bit pedantic, maybe a little bit of clear varnish, you know, like your nail varnish. That's all it is, just to dab on the knot of your elastic, if you wanted to. This only launched just the other day, and we are down to limited stock available. It was very, very well received, and that means black elastic. And I have to say, black elastic is something that we have been asked for a very long time, especially from the Beadalon range, and we're bringing you that deal, 5 meters of that deal for just £3.95. And if you consider actually what you have in terms of the elastic, if I just show you, let's take a look. So I'm going to use probably about that length. So that's maybe, I'd say that's maybe 1/3 of a metre. So that means we've got 5 meters, 5 times 3, that's 15 bracelets that you could be making from that one elastic. 15 15 bracelets. How many people do you need to buy for Christmas? Because actually an elastic bracelet, great for gents as well as for ladies. I mean, we do have some amazing pyrite coming up later on, and the pyrite that we have would be great for gents jewellery. I mean, really good for gents jewellery. It's really weighty, it's quite a dramatic pyrite, beautiful cubes. So if you do want to create drama for ladies and gents jewellery, elastic like this, you will not go far wrong. And all I can say to you is if you missed out the other day, you're not going to miss out now. And if you don't buy now, then there's a chance you could miss out because that stock is going quickly. Susan, congratulations in Sussex. Valerie's joined me in Buckinghamshire. Parvinder, you've joined me in Yorkshire. I've got buyers in South Yorkshire. Congratulations, County Kildare, Surrey. I've got West Yorkshire. I've got Norfolk, Staffordshire, Cheshire. Congratulations to you. £3.95. An amazing deal that we have for you there. Yours for the taking. Carol in Derbyshire, congratulations to you. Glyn, hold those lines. An amazing deal. So this is the 0.5 mil. So this is the I guess you'd classify it as perhaps the thinner of the elastics. We do have the exact same colour, so your same black elastic in the 0.8. I'll quickly show you the differential. It's actually horses for courses. It depends on what you need. That was an old-fashioned term, wasn't it? Horses. You've never heard of it? No. Horses for courses. Oh, it's like what does it mean? Horses for courses. It essentially means each to their own. It depends on what you need it for. You know, there's a functionality to both, but you've got to choose which function you need it to have. Horses for courses. Right then, take a look. So your horses for courses, as I would like to say in my old-fashioned terminology. Now I've taught the young uns what it means. You've got the 0.5 at the top, wang, wang, and then you've got the 0.8 to the bottom. Wang, wang. Ding, 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 ding. So you've got you've got here your 0.8. So this is the thicker version of your black elasticity stretch cord. I guess, and I do genuinely mean, I guess if you're buying one, there is no point in not buying both. I genuinely don't think that if you're getting one, and that is the 0.5, you may as well get hold of the 0.8. We are matching the price. You get a further 5 meters of the 0.8 as well. So it's not like we're asking you to lower the meterage. I was going to say mileage there. Lower the meterage just because we've gone to a thicker gauge. We're sticking to that price tag of just £3.95. So that is your 0.8 mil gauge. On top of that, of course, don't forget, you can add to your order on that single P&P, and it is one placement packaging for the whole day. And I say this over and over again, and the reason I have to say it, and I know, you know, for those of you who've watched me day in, day out, week in, week out, from the dear dot that I started presenting here, which is several years ago now, I guess you've probably got used to the fact of going one P&P. But for a lot of people who are watching for the first time, it's a massive thing to take on board, because the reality is there is not many places, in fact I cannot think of many places at all, that provide a single postage and packing. I mean, how many places do you go to, especially online these days, that they expect you to pay P&P per item that you're purchasing, and standardly that P&P is different per item. I mean, I can't even keep up with the different size of envelopes that you have to pay for these days. I mean, the complications of that. I mean, it's not about size in terms of that. It's about the thickness, and it's not about the thickness, but it's also about, honestly, baffled. Hashtag baffled. So the thing is, with us, no bafflingness, nothing like that. This is £3.95 for the whole day. That means one P&P. That means that you can buy one and you can add the second one to your order without having to pay an additional fee. So that is, now the thing is that you might have actually bought 5 of those, and you might be buying 10 of those. Doesn't matter, it's still one postage and packaging. You might buy 20 of the findings, 5 of this, 5 of that, got tools, whatever, doesn't matter, one P&P, £3.95. Plus, what makes it even better is that we also have a returns policy of 30 days. So if it isn't right, you send it back in when it goes back into your account. All right, straight on we go to, oh, hang on, this side. Oh, look at the colours. Totally natural luxury long nuggets of Beryl. I mean, seriously, this is the ultimate luxury. Yeah, look at the size of these. Let me hold them out. So, in fact, let's hold them at the full length. So you can see there, look at the length, 24 by 5. And I mean the length of each nugget. I mean the length of the actual strand is 38 centimetres. But if we just take a little snippet of that 38 centimetres, look at the drop. Look at the depth that you have from the size range of these gorgeous nuggets. I mean, actually, in all honesty, there's quite several of these that you could use as individual pendants. You know, one chain. Let me get the chain out from our findings pack. There's my chain. I'm actually going to use this chain on a long length, so I'm thinking maybe a nice 24-inch chain, which sits around about here. So I'm going to go 24, okay, and I'm going to have it there. And I'm only going to take one. That's it. I don't want a big feature pendant. I just want a nice classic drop. And the weight of these and the size of these are perfect. And I'm actually going to choose this gorgeous morganite. See this? With the chain. I'm going to choose that pendant. I'm going to choose that chain. And my job's done. And actually, in reality, the only other findings that I'd need is one of these. That's it. Right, and that's a head pin. And that's going to go through the bead, and that's going to be then twisted to create a little cap to the bead. And once it's done that, you then hook it onto your chain, and job's done. I mean, genuinely, it is that simple to make just one of those into a feature pendant. And when you look at one, and especially the size arrangement of each of these long nuggets, pretty spectacular potential of multiple jewellery designs, multiple gorgeous feature pendants, etc. There is a price tag and a half, under £10. Totally forgot we were in an under £10 hour. Totally forgot that this was under £10 hour. When we then go to £6.95, even better to take you to £6.95. Now we've got plenty more under 10 to come, but we are about to head into star buy, and as I said at the top of the hour, our star buys not under 10. The rest of the show of this hour will be. So next star buy, I tell you what, if this is under £100, this is under £50, we'd be laughing. It is, and then some. So don't go anywhere. Star buy time. And it's not just any kind of moonstone. I love the way that we've created shape and form in each one of these luxury moonstone. Oh my life. Hang on. Stop a moment. Oh, wow. Oh, right. So, see, so this afternoon, just children, if you've got children, I mean, they just take time. They take your time, they take your focus, everything. And as I walked down the house, I ran out the house actually, literally like some kind of Linford Christie style, and leapt into the car, Stotzy and Hutch style actually, because my husband was late. Air traffic control today was very busy, and he came back much later than he normally does. So he came in, I was like, what time do you call this? And he was like, I didn't have any other choice but to keep the planes in the sky. It's like, all right, whatever. Yeah, keeping people alive. And the thing is, right, I've got to go and sell some gemstones. And the thing is, I got in the car, right, and I literally leapt into the car, jumped in, and totally forgot my book of textbooks. And the reason I'm saying I'm a bit gutted that I forgot my textbook bag is because in that bag, I would get out, and I've probably got about 30, 40, 50 textbooks, and I don't carry them all around, you know, maybe 20, 15, something like that. I always carry around in my car. And if I could get every one of those textbooks out, and I've got no issue which one it was, I've got plenty of variety, I tell you what, I think that this would be better than the textbook quality of moonstone that you would get in most textbooks. The quality, and I don't know how close camera 2 can get, but I don't care, it needs to get close. I mean, seriously close. This is what you call grade. Oh, she's even moving the camera forward. Oh, there's movement. Right. Take a look. And I don't know how close we're going to get. Look at this. Ah, and that is what we're talking about. Textbook luxuries of internal perfections of moonstone. I mean, almost enough of that kind of texturing to think, gosh, it's cusping to sunstone-like copper platelets. I mean, utterly spectacular. I'll take you to this, because this is also textbook. Now that is literally like the lunar glow, isn't it? It's like that spectacular halo-like form. And that's not light play in terms of, you know, us doing camera trickery or anything like that. Absolutely not. What this is quite simply us embracing nature's perfections of moonstone. We're probably in Sri Lanka for this. I mean, it says from India, but I'd make the presumption that it's probably more Sri Lankan based on the qualities of the moonstone glow. And I mean, world-class qualities of glow there, textbook worthy. And I do wish, genuinely do wish, that as I'd run out the house, I'd grabbed my books so that you could see what I mean by textbook qualities. I mean, every single one of these is creating that something special that we expect to see, but we don't always get, and that's what makes this so special. What a strand and a half, and they're faceted. I mean, we take that incredible quality of luminosity and that halo of lunar-like glow, and we take it to another level by faceting it. I mean, that is just fascinating, isn't it? Absolutely spectacular deal that we have for you. I don't want you to miss out. I mean, this is a spectacular offer. And the reality is that this is not an under £10 deal. It's not. And if I could go, I left my papers in our changing area. If I'd have left them there, I'd have shown you, right? And I'd have shown you that on my piece of paper, and the reason I said this is not an under £10 hour, this is not an under £10 deal, star buys are not going under £10, is because that is the price tag on my sheet. In that changing room, on the desk, it says $14.99 as the price tag. And the reason I'm looking that way is because I'm looking at my producer, Becky, and going, you've left that £10 bug in. You've left, and this is a bug, this is a graphic bug, just a technical term. But see that there? But that's not an accident. I know you too well, Becky. She's too meticulous. She wouldn't make that kind of mistake. She's just not that kind of girl. She's too professional. She's too professional. She knew what she was doing. The price tag on my sheet is $14.95. That's the price you should be paying. Textbook worthy, luxury faceted moonstone, and we take you under £10. Woo! Oh yeah, breaking the rules. Definitely weren't meant to be doing that. That is a fact that we have just broken the rules on that price tag. Make the most of it at £9.95. Valerie, you've got yours. Gillian, Linda, congratulations. Lynn, Christine, Rebecca's joined me in Essex. Buys in Hertfordshire, Cheshire, congratulations to you. Everybody who's got a phone in your hands, keep it there and your call will be answered. It's a free phone number that you're dialing. You'll get through to a fantastic call centre. I mean, they really are wonderful. They're just down the road from us, and I know them the team very well, spearheaded by an amazing team headed by Rachel. So all I can tell you is that our call centre are committed to giving you the very best of customer service experience. So please, if you haven't already tried us out before, give that call a buzz, or give that buzz a call. No, give that call a buzz. No, give that number a call. There was lots of words there that should have been deleted because they were all saying the same thing, but I just kept on saying them, convinced that they were the right words. They weren't. It's fine, we'll edit it. Oh no, we are live. Yes, we're live at £9.95 is all you pay. Look at the glow. I mean, that is absolute textbook quality. That really is world-leading qualities. Have you ever seen moonstone that delivers this kind of texturing, and not just that luminosity, but also within that dynamic of coloured texture? Spectacularly impressive. Norleen, congratulations to you. You've got yours in Cumbria. Gertrude's joined me in the West Midlands. Congratulations, Samantha, and to Bridget. I've got boys joining us in Somerset, Cornwall, West Yorkshire. Everybody pays the final price, and we have gone low. I tell you what, the price tag should be $14.95. Point blank, brand new, $14.99. We ignore that. It's £9.95 that you pay. Congratulations. Absolute star buy deal there. And we do have another star buy deal coming up at the end of this hour, so around about 20 minutes time. And all I can say is, I've already mentioned it before, if you're looking to make gents jewellery and you want weightiness, you know, you want the drama, I do think gents jewellery kind of lends itself and needs that kind of weightiness. It needs that strength of style. I have to say to you, Pyrite coming up, absolutely formidable. Picked it up and I literally, what? I've never felt the weight of this kind of pyrite. I mean, I think we're talking over 200 carats, but actually it's not even relative to the carat weight. The weight of it is just extraordinary. So pyrite coming your way, not going under £10. I can say that point blank. Definitely not going under £10. So pyrite coming your way, but not under 10. And that's happening at the end of the hour. But before that, let's go to something that I think that if you haven't got, and you've perhaps been JewelleryMaker for some time now, and you haven't got your flush cutters, I would 100% recommend. I'm not even gesturing that. Now, if I just show you, if I just grab a simple head pin like so, now you can see how the head pin sits like that. Now, all I'm going to show you is the simple reason why flush cutters work so well. Now, can you see how you have one side that sits very, very flush? Can you see that there? Smooth, smooth, smooth. If I then rotate it round, can you see how it then has a little divot in it? It almost just has a little crevice, or whatever you say. Is it crevice? Yeah, crevice. So you have that little divot inside. And the reason that's so important is because actually what you have here is a guarantee that as the pliers close, they create a totally flush, which means flat cut. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Can you see? Totally flush. I'll show you again, just because if they weren't flush cutters, essentially what you'd get is a little bit of almost a shard-like finish to the end. It would be a little bit jagged, but with the flush cutters, and I have to say, most of our professionals, most of our guest designers will say that they would not use anything other than a flush cutter to get that professional finish to their findings. So if you want that, especially if you're working with wire, these are the tool for the job. This is the tool that can make the difference. And I mean, it's a professional tool. Let's not forget, we are offering you the Xuron, which for most of our JewelleryMakers is the go-to brand for top-class professional tools. So we're bringing you a professional tool, micro shear flush cutters, and we're bringing it to you for just £9.95. And I like the fact that they're very ergonomic. So if you want to get, if you've got some of your heavy gauge wire, the nicest thing is that you don't have to do a huge pressure. Anybody who suffers from any kind of arthritis, right? If you've suffered from any kind of arthritis or dexterity issues, these are beautiful because you can see there, you've got that rebound there. And the good thing is that we can cut through all gauges of wire, and you know that in fact, I mean, I could double this up, and if I doubled up the thing is that, you've then looking at probably around about a 1 mil gauge if I double this one up, actually probably 1.2. So if we double it up, and you'll see, ready? 1, 2, 3. Did you see it? Works beautifully, and that's the point. Professional tools for professional job, and you really have got that. £9.95, such a popular tool. If you haven't got these, right, I want you to just get hold of them, and I want you to give them a go, because I genuinely do think if you've never tried a flush cutter, then it really is quite a transformational tool for perfections of finishing. That's the best way to describe it. Perfections of finishing. You want that sharp edge, you want that finishing touch. You get them from the professional tools. That is £9.95, so under £10 for a pro tool. I don't think that that's questionable. Please do a little bit of price research as well on those deals. Don't forget one Postage and packaging, right? Because if you go elsewhere, if you go on the web, how many times have you done this? You go on the web, you see a really cheap deal for something that you know should be £10. You maybe see it for like £5 or £6. You go, oh, that's great. And you click on it and you go through the whole process. You get to the final page that says postage and packaging, and it's suddenly, like maybe £7 or £8. So that deal that was is not the deal that is, because in fact you're paying £14 for the tool that you could have got for a tenner. This is an add it to your order event, which means 1p for the whole day. Make the most of that deal. Right, let's move on to, what is there? Ah, look, look, look. I mean, you think to yourself that amber shouldn't be going under 10, and I'm just trying to find my little tweezers. Thank you, lovely. Just take a look. Now, the thing is that amber is probably one of the most well-known, sought-after, and I think go-to of all gemstones within the jewellery industry. I'd sit it alongside pearls and diamonds. It's a classic. It's alongside maybe your turquoise and your sapphires and your rubies and emeralds. It's a gemstone that most people have seen and want, and some definitely a gemstone that has an incredible quality about it, because it's got total individuality. The texturing that you're seeing inside here is personalised to the gemstone, totally individual to it, and that's because this gemstone forms in quite simply the most unique of fashions. It's tree resin from 5 to 50 million years ago. That's why you've got something totally unique inside each stone. And I think one of the nicest parts about this gem is that you don't normally see it as a £10 deal or less. You don't normally identify a gemstone that has kind of reverence of desire. You don't normally see it as £10. So say this, it's a fantastic pendant. Now, you know how we brought to you the findings pack earlier on, and you might be wondering, how do I place this into a piece of jewellery? Couldn't be easier. All you need is a simple jump ring, just one, and that's going to work as your bail. And then, and I'm just going to place that there, and then all you need is some chain. And if with that chain and with that jump ring, you've got a piece of jewellery, I mean, that is a pretty phenomenal deal, isn't it? £6.95. The findings came in at less than £10 for 100 pack. Right? So that includes the metre of chain. And you've really got potential. You've really got an opportunity there to make the most of this deal. And if you would like to join us, and I guess especially at this price tag, you actually might want to multi-buy. You might actually want to make it into a pair of earrings. What about that? And if you're going, well, how do I make a pair of earrings? It really couldn't be any more challenging. Genuinely so easy to do, because in your findings pack, there's your shepherd hook. And all you need to do is close up and make a nice wrapped loop, simple wrapped loop, then attaches to your shepherd hook. And guess what? You've got yourself a pair of earrings. That simple. Your shepherd hooks, they can come in packs alongside your findings pack that we just did for £9.95, as does your head pin. So if you want that deal, a double whammy deal that we have for you there. Oh, just hurt my finger. Right then, where should we go to next? Let's go to, let's do some more elastic. This time we're sticking again with the Beadalon. This time we're going with the clear elastic. So you know how I said we had the black elastic earlier on? Probably more popular in some states because it depends on the design that you're creating. Clear elastic is very, very much the go-to. This is a 0.5, so this is a nice thick gauge of elastic that we're offering you here, but it's not as thick as perhaps the other versions, especially the likes of the 0.8. So if I just hold that one out, you can see there. It's a lighter gauge, but it's still thick enough to have that durability guaranteed. And that's the whole point, is that if you're making jewellery, especially with professional elastic, you want to know that it's got the strength. You want to know it's going to do the job that you want it to do. This is a 25-metre spool of your 0.5mm elastic. It's classified as stretch cord by Beadalon, but essentially it's elastic, and it's yours for the taking. One price tag, you know it's gone down to £10. If you've already bought the black, it's time to get the clear elastic this time. £6.95. Don't forget that the black elastic was 5 metres. This one's 25 metres. So you've got 5 extra metres. I mean, you've got 5 times more than you need to. It's massive. It's massive. Huge amount. A huge opportunity. I mean, that what, 20 metres? An extra 20 metres for what, £3? Yeah. That means £1 a metre. No, £1 per 5 metres. Oh, my life. absolutely spectacular, and that is in the 0.5mm gauge. If you like to work with more delicate stones, if you want to work with softer qualities of design, you know, something a little bit gentle, then this would be a perfect elastic. Still got the strength, still got the wearability, durability factor, and even on a 0.5, you want to know that once you made the jewellery, that's where it's going to stay. The reason I'm giving it, you know, plenty of a hoo-ha like this is because you want to know that a 0.5mm elastic can still take the stretch, can still take the strain, and that's important with jewellery making, because we're making jewellery to wear. We're not making jewellery to put it in, you know, in our jewellery box and it look pretty. We want to wear it, we want to enjoy it, and that's why you've got to get that quality that you have there. Now, take that stretchy bracelet idea and let's give you, oh no, where am I? Hang on. Oh, it's there, it's there, it's there. Got it. Oh no, this would be perfect with that elastic. It was the 0.5, wasn't it? Yeah, it's there. Hang on. This is very, very pretty, and I don't know whether this gauge would go through. I just wanted to see if it would. I think it would be touch and go. I'd certainly give it a go, though. I'd certainly give it a go, because that is absolutely stunning. Totally and utterly stunning. Now this is your multicolour Beryl. These are faceted rounds, and they are, I mean, they're spectacular. I'd actually classify them as micro-faceted. The respect of the cut is so impressive. And you know, there's such a thing as a critical angle in a gemstone. And a critical angle is essentially, has anybody got paper and pen for it? Can we just because the precision of craftsmanship can't be, got a pen? I don't know whether we've got a pen. Oh, I might have a pen in my bag, hang on. Let me see if I've got a pen in my bag. The thing is that I'm just going to have a look at my bag. I'm just searching, I've got a pen, I've got one, see? I'm like Mary Poppins with my bag. Always got something in there. Right. Right, we've got a really important situation to identify. So when you're looking at the cuts like this, I mean, you appreciate the way that the light is dazzling. You absolutely appreciate, in that one shot, you can see the way that the light is bouncing inside the gemstone, can't you? But the thing is that often is the case, we forget how that's happening. We forget the precision of the craftsmanship, the lapidary skill. Don't forget, this is about world-class lapidary work. That's cutting the gemstone to what is called a critical angle. And a critical angle, if I explain it just very, very quickly, and I'll do it in a very, very simple way, and I'll cut one gemstone, and I'm just going to hold it to the, I guess what you'd classify as the traditional terms of a gem, and you would cut it to with the pavilion like so, and then you've got the coulee. So you'd probably have a little girdle here, because the girdle is the widest part of the gemstone, and it doesn't just sit with a flat part, it sits like so. Okay, so here we have the, forgive the very, very poor drawing. I've never claimed to be a Tawny Hart. But the thing is that, so this is your girdle. So this is your widest part of your gemstone. This is what you classify as your coulee. And this is your table, the very, very top part of the gemstone. Now, what's interesting is actually, that's not the most important part of cutting a gemstone. So the critical angle can often be the angles that sit just here and just here, which is in the crown. What's more interesting in a bead is that the critical angle has to be found in a much more 3D effect than even what you're seeing in this kind of form. Now, essentially what the critical angle is that what you want to find from a lapidary work is that you want the light to enter, and as it enters, what you want to do is find the perfect point, the perfect critical angle for the gemstone light to rebound back inside the stone and straight back out again. Now the reality is if you get the wrong angle, either the light's going to go out and you lose it and so you don't get the sparkle, or it's going to stay inside and rebound, and actually the light rebounding, you loses your pertinence. You'll still get a little bit of sparkle, but the optimum way to cut a gemstone, the critical angle, is to get that precision right here, to get the light to enhance inside the stone and come straight back out again to create sparkle. Now if you've got that in that shape of gemstone, can you imagine the type of craftsmanship that is required, the expertise that is needed to then get the light balanced to the critical angle in a perfect, brilliant round of this size. Look at the perfections that I was created from this extraordinary size. And then look at the price tag. World class qualities for £6.95. £6.95 for the precision. And as I say, you know, I'm showing you the critical angle on a traditional shape. This is the round, which means the balance of that critical angle is even more crucial, even more evident when it's not perfected. But when it is perfected, look at the results for £6.95. A total triumph of world-class craftsmanship. A beautiful way to present a gemstone of just 2mm size, so we're not talking a massive gemstone here, but 2mm, and that precision of world-class qualities of craftsmanship is delivering an exquisite result. £6.95, add it to your order, 1p&p. You know the nice thing about a 2mm, and I always think that actually it's often overlooked, can make some gorgeous little single band rings. You know, just something really simple, perhaps on that elastic, you know, in that 0.5 elastic, just something really pretty like that would look so nice, wouldn't it? Really cute rings. I think because of the size, it lends itself that way, doesn't it? Plenty more to come. Now, this next star buy, I will remind you, is not going under £10, and it's very clear, and you'll understand why, because the weight and the drama that we're about to offer you from this pyrite, this is your star buy. And these are seriously dramatic. I don't think we've done this kind of grade of pyrite ever. I mean, I know I've presented in the last 4, 5, 6, 7 years. How old are we now? Are we 8? 7? Are we 8? Okay, so I've worked here for 7 years and maybe probably 11 months. I think I came within the first few weeks of us opening the channel, and I've been here for a very long time, and the reality is within that time frame, I don't think I've ever done a strand like this. I've definitely done pyrite, no question about it. I've definitely offered you a whole variety of different strands of pyrite, but nothing like this. And the thing is that when I came in today into the production room and Beck says, oh, Vix, we've got pyrite, I'm like, oh, brilliant. I love pyrite. I think it's a great gemstone. And then she handed this down. I went, what? I've never felt, not even just seen, I've never felt pyrite like this before. This is seriously dramatic. This is extraordinary quality. And I think, you know, if you are looking for that I guess, unisex quality of jewellery making, especially for gents jewellery, and you want that weight, because I know that gents like to have that weight to their jewellery. This is an almighty strand. I mean, it's pretty epic. You've got here over 240 carats of pyrite. And look how it looks. It's spectacularly impressive. You've got here for 248 carats, your graduated faceted cubes, 6 to 8mm in this 20cm strand. And I love the fact that because the weight is there, and I mean it is such a weighty strand, because of the weight you've got drama guaranteed in the jewellery. And I think really for me what we have to identify is that these are individual stones. I could sell one of these by themselves, just one on its own, perhaps on a nice leather cord, and I reckon you'd probably get your money back. I genuinely do think with the grade of stone that you have here, the weight of each one of these pieces, it's going to hold its own. It is a dramatic strand. We've never done pyrite like this before, certainly not to my reckoning, and you've got something very special, and it's your something special. 6 to 8mm faceted cubes, all for one price tag. And that price tag, oh my goodness me, is a rock bottom £24.95. Now, I know, I absolutely understand, right, that you'll look at this price tag and you go, oh, that's expensive pyrite. It's not your everyday pyrite. It's not the pyrite that you get for £10 on a normal day-to-day. I am not paralleling. I'm not even going to compare against that £10 strand to what you have here, because they're totally different entities, right? Totally different qualities, totally different finishes, totally different weight. I've never felt such a strong heft in this strand. 24.95 is an amazing thing, and it really has got that individual gemstone quality about it. What I mean by that is we often sell our gemstones in strands, you know, I guess we've got used to that, but in all honesty, I think in the gem trade you would not expect to buy this many gems and put them together for £24.95. It's just our expectation. I mean, essentially I could probably sell a majority of this strand. I'd say probably, you know, a good 2/3 of this strand as individual gemstones, because the size and the prominence and the weight of them, and it's the weight that you'll feel. You'll get these home and you'll go, oh, I see what she means. I see what she means by the weight. If you've got pyrite at home, right, and you lift that pyrite, and then you get this home and you lift this, you will see that there is a huge differential, such a dramatic differential and quality-driven luxury. Faceted cubes, 6 to 8 mil in size, plenty to go by. I mean, if I just do a quick tally, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. You're getting 30 stop and stare singular stones. I mean, if you think about it, that means well less than £1 each. Luxury, probably closer to 80 pence each. Is it 83p each that you're looking at if you've got the same quantity on your strand? Amazing qualities. Stop and stare jewellery, you need to get something like this that makes that statement. Plenty more to come. We're going sterling silver-tastic in the next hour, so don't go anywhere.
So we've got these 3 really superb strands of Akoya pearls. Akoya pearls, that's something which a term which I'm familiar with, and I'm sure you're familiar with at home. What would you say sensibly is the difference between an Akoya pearl and other pearls?
Well, Akoya is one of the cultured pearls, so typically in the UK we tend to supply South Sea, Tahitian, Akoya and freshwater. And Akoya is cultured in an oyster, in seawater, in salt water. Right. And they're cultured in a quite small oyster, and usually one at a time, 1 or 2 at a time. Prices can be very high for Akoya, and certainly are high versus freshwater pearl if you were to take 2 that looked sort of similar, on the basis that you're culturing 1 at a time and they're out at sea.
Fantastic, thank you. So we've selected this astonishing strand of pearls to be your deal of the day at 11 AM. This is exquisite, Peter. I'm amazed at how round these are, the lustre, the colours, and these are naturally coloured.
Yes, all natural colour.
Oh my gosh, the lustre's superb. Talk to us a little bit about when you roll the pearls. This was something we spoke about a few moments ago.
Yes, well, you can tell the difference, the quality of a pearl when it's rolled, because the ones on the outside particularly are not moving at all. The centre one is moving a little, and the outside ones are moving a little, but only a tiny bit. But that, to all intents and purposes, is, you know, a round row.
Isn't that gorgeous? That's your deal of the day in jewellery.
Hello and welcome back. It's really nice to have your company. It's Monday, but it's a little bit of Monday madness for us today here at JewelleryMaker, because I tell you what, we have got loads to fit in. It's sterling silver hour, a whole hour of sterling silver. That hour is a mere stepping stone, just a little movement towards the amazing brand new crazy lace agate brand new cabochons. Everybody's asking us to show them. The problem is that when I show them, kind of anxious that we sell out in quantity, a little bit anxious. I don't mind showing. I tell you what, we'll just show you the close-up on there, and I'll show you them live in an hour's time. But what I will say to you is, if you like what you see now, then please, please, it is worthy of pre-ordering. You can get a hold of yours now. I've already price promised under £20 on this luxury deal. Do they look like they should be under 20? I mean, every one of those could be justified as a £20 stone. You've got the whole look, a beautiful cabochon assortment, and guaranteed less than £20. And can I just put in a little moment of a side? When I say under £20, I don't mean by 5p. And all of that. That's your heads up. So if you do want to pre-order, you can pre-order on the phone lines and you can pre-order on the web. Get a hold of your deal. Now, everybody will pay the final low price. So if you go to check out on the web, you will see a really good price tag, but it's not the price you're going to pay. We will be going lower. So if you want to get hold of this deal, now is the time to do so in the pre-order window. I'll let you know when the window closes, which will be about 55 minutes time. Live show deal for the want to own brand new cabochons of the most magnificent crazy agate. And I'm looking forward to being able to bring that to you shortly. But before that, we're leading that way. We're leading you all the way to 8 o'clock in style, in sterling silver style. I do like a good alliteration. And we have got the sweetest of sterling silver deals to start off with, because we have got your star buy. And this is a tremendously luxurious clasp. This is pure indulgence of sterling silver in a lavish, and I mean the word is most definitely lavish, box clasp. That is a sensational stop and stare. I tell you what, if you're going to get any of those luxury high luster Akoya pearls on Wednesday, all I can say to you is that these would be a perfect match. I think if you're going to go for top luxury pearls, then you've got to go with a luxury clasp to match, especially if you've got sizable gemstones, including obviously your pearls. You've got this magnificent detail in the box clasp, wonderfully finished with your cubic zirconia, decorative detail into the double discs of the sterling silver. Yep, it is solid 925 sterling silver that we've got here. I mean, if I profile it, you'll understand why we've got to be impressed by that, because that is a thick feature of silver. This is strong and sturdy. This is creating an additional drama to your jewellery. I mean, to be honest, there might be a part of you that thinks, forget about putting that to the back of the neck. Let's make this the front of the neckline. Let's make this a feature. If it's going to the wrist, instead of putting it on the under half of the wrist, I'd put it right there, sit it as a statement to then build upon, because the quality of the design is so impressive. You've got a luxury formation here, 40 by 14 millimeter, and I tell you what, we are going to go low. £12.95 is on eBay. That's £12.95. That looks way more expensive than £12.95. That is a star buy. That is a serious star buy. I mean, just one of those, to be honest, just one of those would be good for £12.95. And I mean, you really have got that diamond-like quality to the aesthetic without the diamond-like price tag that would go with it. You've definitely got the precious commodity of silver, though, haven't you? You've got your sterling silver, which gives you the luxury, gives you that final flourish and finesse to your designs, but without the price tag of what could be £40 or £50 in terms of the decorative qualities. And if I just show you these as two parts, you may well also have a thinking that if you like the look of these individually, perhaps actually what you could do is potentially use this as a pendant. I'll just show you that. That could be your pendant, and this could be the clasp to the back of the neck. I mean, that could... How clever is that? I mean, how clever is that to make your money go even further for £12.95? And you're thinking, well, how would I do that? Well, the thing is, all you need is a simple bullet ring clasp, and it's going to work in exactly the same way as that clasp does. Granted, it's not quite as dramatic. Granted, it's not. But if you want to make your money go even further and you want 2 looks for the price of 1, job's done when you've got this kind of quality of clasp. £12.95 is all you pay. Hold the lines. I like the solid box clasps. I like to hear the click and know that that's where my jewellery is going to be safe. You know, sometimes when you work with other clasps, you can't have that guarantee, but see if you can hear this. Did you hear that over the microphone? You hear that click, you know. Once you hear the click, you know that you're safe. Right then, straight on we go, and we've got loads to fit in. Another feature clasp coming your way. This time we're going to this wonderful, I would say quite Celtic inspired finish to this floral pearl design. Would you agree? It's got almost just got a little bit of a Celtic flow to it. It might also be quite English rose-like. That's a really pretty formation, isn't it? I'll just get the tweezers so that you can see, because my fingers are kind of in the way for you to see the actual mechanical parts of the clasp itself. So I'll quickly do that for you so you can see how you've got the finishings. And I do want to show you that you have the end caps that go with this design. So nice, almost like bell finish that you have to the caps. So here you have a very solid feature. I'd be interested to know what kind of weight of silver you've got, because it feels heavy, it feels dramatic, it feels sturdy. It certainly doesn't feel like the price that you're about to see, because this is your sterling silver cubic zirconia flower clasp with a centre pearl. 38 by 16 is the size of the top to bottom drop on this one. £12.95. I promise you one thing, the weight that you're getting of this silver doesn't translate to £12.95, nor does the rest of the design. A luxury combination. Love that statement of the centre stone on its own. And all yours for the taking. Please do know that when you've got a phone in your hand, your call will be answered as fast as we possibly can. Everybody's calls are important to us. We are busy. It's your silver showcase. It's the whole hour, and that hour is going to lead you to this big old deal here. It is brand new crazy agate that we have for you. Straight to a luxury jump ring offer. Now, sterling silver and jump rings, I think they're meant to be together. I think sterling silver, in terms of the luxury and the practicality of a jump ring, they go hand in hand. But that practicality can either be a mechanical element to the jewellery, whether that's just, you know, using them as links to bring the jewellery together, or actually if you're going to stack them together, perhaps use them as separators, you know, use them to break up a design. You know, stretchy bracelets, as we were talking about in the last hour, just getting started into jewellery making. You can take a stretchy bracelet to a whole new different plane when you use a sterling silver jump ring to just then break up the design of the beads. That's what you can do here. Sterling silver in your jump rings, loads of variety of different ways to influence your jewellery. And as I say, lots will say it's a very strong mechanical element. Of course it is. Great for bails, great for pendants, great for earrings, great for drop styles like that. But also very, very strong in terms of decorative additions to your jewellery. Or of course using them solely just for all of your chainmail designs. Chainmail, probably one of our most popular of techniques that we offer you here. We have lots and lots of fantastic workshops that take place here in our studios here in Redditch. So if you do want to know more about perhaps getting into chainmail, maybe you want to buy this and then speak to our call centre about joining us on a work course, a workshop, then please do so. We've got loads going on. Our wonderful guest designer Fleur standardly does all of our chainmail events. So if you would like to learn a little bit more about working with jump rings and specifically placing them into a wonderful chainmail design, then this would be a chance to be able to get hold of the jump rings and then add yourself into a workshop that's coming your way. £7.95. And if you don't have a chance to be able to come to the studios, well, the thing is that with us, With chainmail, we've got so many different techniques that you can learn via our YouTube page, whether perhaps you go to just our website and learn a little bit more. We've got DVDs on offer, so there's loads of ways to be able to get that experience of working with these luxury findings and then delivering yourself a luxury piece of jewellery, maybe especially for Christmas. That's what you could be doing. Sterling silver luxury for £7.95. You get 50 pieces for that price tag. These are open jump rings that you have there, so you've actually already got the saw cut in them. And if you want to know why it's important to get them open, well, the precision of the saw cut is actually facilitating a very tight close. You can almost just about see the saw cut there, and that facilitates that tight closure to each jump ring to make sure that once they're doing the job, that's where they stay, holding in their shape and their form and closing tight when you need them to. Congratulations, you got that. I like that deal. £7.95 for 50. Great deal. Right then, onwards we go, and we're going to okay, what have I got here? Oh, now I like this. Does it come as the full works? Oh, can I buy this? Oh, go on. Oh, I really like this. Oh, that's really cute. Oh man, I really like, I'm not even joking, I genuinely, if I want this. Oh, I think this is gorgeous. So this is your Prince of Wales chain. So it's your multi-link chain. Prince of Wales is traditionally at least 4 links inside each singular link. So you've got a really strong linking chain. Then on top of that, you have what's classified in the graphics as lucky rings. And this is a combination of your gold-plated, rose-plated and your sterling silver rings all together in this feature bracelet. It's a 7.5-inch bracelet. Now, there is no extender on it, so I'll just show you that. It's a solid clasp that you have, so it's a nice bought ring clasp that we're introducing you to, and it is a really, really stylish look that you've got. I really like that. Now, if I just pop it on the wrist, it's a 7.5-inch bracelet. I do have quite scrawny wrists, so it doesn't really give you a sense of how you can wear it, but if I just show you like that, I think that's going to work really nice. I mean, again, I just think in Christmas, really, for me. I'm just thinking about, I've literally gone through probably about 5 or 6 of my family and friends who I have to buy for Christmas and just gone, well, if I'd have bought 5 or 6 of these bracelets, my job's done. Whether it be your mum, your sister, your in-laws, perhaps it's a friend at work, perhaps it's somebody that you want to purchase, you know, a gift that has some kind of, maybe some kind of memento. Perhaps it's a remembrance of perhaps, you know, a time once had, or maybe it's maybe each ring is a representation of a child that you've had, you know, and perhaps that's the way that it goes. Either way, you've got a lovely feature bracelet here. I think this is absolutely fabulous, especially because it sits on the Prince of Wales chain, and a Prince of Wales chain is just so popular. Yours for the taking. Last of stock is the bad news about this deal. I wish I had more, but I don't. It is what it is. Under £10. That is a serious Christmas deal. I mean, that is buying and not even having to think. And I know this is JewelleryMaker. I know that we like the idea of making jewellery. I mean, but really, the work's been done for you. I mean, sometimes, right, when it looks this good, you don't need to do anything. I mean, you might disagree, and you might say, actually, I can add a little bit of detail here, and I could do something personalised there. Maybe you want to add a charm. I mean, you could, for example, make something personal and add in a little heart charm in the middle. What about if you did that? Because that'd look really sweet, wouldn't it? You know, just add a little bit of something detail, and you could make that personalised, so you could add in your own detail, your own jewellery making potential finishings. But this, it's where it begins. I really like this. I really want this. Have I mentioned that I like this? It's yours for the taking at £9.95. Jacqueline, Valerie, multi-purchasing. Bev, you've got yours. Nicola's got hers in Devon. Margaret in Berkshire. Lorna's down the Scottish borders. Massive congratulations. Love the detail, love the finishing touches that it has. I think it really works very, very well indeed, that one. Might well just, yeah, I promise I'm putting it back. Watch me closely, watch me very good. Yeah, because I like that one, really like that one. Love it. Okay, let's go to How do you fancy a pearl connector? Ooh! Now this is the final quantity. This has only been on air once, and the once it's been on air has led us to a last of stock quantity. So this is going to be probably the last time. So one presumes that the quantity that we had is much bigger than the quantity we've got left. Is that right? Yeah. Okay, so the reality is that, oh, right, I see what you mean. Yeah, hugely disproportionate. Right, all I can tell you is that the quantity we've got left is nowhere near the quantity that we need if we're going to match the quantity that was allocated on the first time this went out. And it's pretty much brand new, second time to wear, and probably the last time to wear. Now, not just have you got this gorgeous framework, it's sterling silver cast done, this is a whole hour, you've got a wonderful pearl, but can you see how it moves round? Can you see how it's rotating round? So you have here this capped pearl, but instead of it being capped and then actually held within the silver work, what it actually is that it's banded through the centre, and because it's got that banded through the centre, it means that the pearl can rotate round. Absolutely spectacular, solid detailing. 1.5 grams of sterling silver. Don't forget that's 1.5 grams of silver in a connector. It's not like it's 1.5 grams of silver in a chain, which perhaps you would be very pleased at. Indeed, you've got a lot of silver sat surrounding. And if I just profile it, you can see how thick and how much of a statement that connector is offering you. Absolutely stunning look, and all yours for the taking. One price tag only. No wonder that quantity sold out. What? I mean, seriously, there is no surprise that the quantity, we had over 100 and we have now less than 15 in stock. I mean, that is the reason. That is an absolutely blindingly low price tag. If you do want to join us on any of our deals, don't forget it's first come, first serve. First buyer in, bought two. That gives you some idea of reaction and opportunity. I mean, if you got, if you got the those gorgeous jump rings earlier on, you might actually be inclined to use the jump rings and maybe make yourself a nice pair of earrings, or perhaps use this as a connector to a chain. I mean, there's so much potential. I love the way that the pearl actually moves. Instead of it being a static, almost bale frame, it's much more decorative than that. $7.95 is all yours. I think that's absolutely brilliant. I really genuinely think, I was not expecting that, but no wonder the quantity flew out the first time it came to air. Straight away it goes to Conway. Congratulations to Hertfordshire, to Merseyside. If you're joining us on the web, of course, don't forget, only yours when you check out your basket. If you're joining us on the phone lines, make sure you're dialing the number at the bottom of the screen. Stay on the lines, don't hang up. And if we're moving on, it's simply because we've got loads to fit in, but please don't miss out on the deals that are there for you, ready for you to make the most of. Straight on we go, and we're going to, oh yes. Now then, if I hold it, it's quite hard to hold these. There we go. Now, these have also proven to be exceptionally popular. These are your sterling silver slide balls. Now, essentially, what you have here is if I show you a double, sorry, I didn't mean to lift that out of the shot there, but can you see how you've got a, no, you can't, because I'm not doing it properly. Hang on. I've held it in the wrong place so you can't see the double haulage. There. So can you see how you've got the double haulage? Yeah? And if I then spin it round, you can see there's another double haulage that way. Okay? And the reason that it's important to see that double haulage is because that is the practical quality of your slide ball facility. Because essentially what you have here is the chance to use either with thread or cord of 1.5mm gauge. The chance to be able to thread it through and bring it back around, and that then acts as a stopper cord to you to hold it to. So I mean, it just works so well. You can multi-purpose these, and there is a real solid, look at that close-up, look at how solid that silverwork is. And between three of these fantastic slide balls, you're actually getting 5 grams of silver. 5 grams of silver. Yeah, so it's because I saw the reflection of the Christmas tree in the camera shot, and I thought, oh, I felt a moment of Christmasness. £12.95 is all you pay. It's your sterling silver, and you can see there the detail that you have, your double holage, which allows you to really max out. And can I just show you, because these are the real deal, because you're getting the quality from us guaranteed. Can you see that they've got a little stamp there? That little stamp says 925. So that's the proof that you are working with 925, 92.5% pure silver. That is the classification of sterling silver. So we're talking elite grade of silver findings, guaranteed for just £12.95. So each one of those individual bills, each one of those balls is actually coming in at a significant weight with the detail of the silver grading, and yours for the taking. That works out at what? £12.95 divided by 336. So £4.32 each. Yeah, so £4.32 each. And I mean, if you think about the quality and finish and the weight as well, you know, 5 grams between three findings is pretty impressive. Huge congratulations, you got that. Just £12.95 for your sterling silver feature there. Straight to a luxury opportunity to bring you something that I've seen, but I haven't actually been able to bring you before. And what's nice about it is that it comes with almost a fact file. It tells you how to. Now, these have been really, really ridiculously popular, and I have the final 8 left in stock, and that really is 8 of 8. We don't have 9, we don't have 10, 8 of 8. Just take a look at this. It is your luxury sterling silver gallery wire supply kit. So you're going to get the wire, and if I just hold it up like so, and you can see, you're going to get the wire that has this fantastic serrated finish, almost like a concertina that you have, and it's designed, so if I just flip this over, you can see it's designed to cradle your cabochon. Now, if I get hold of one, and I said I wasn't going to show you these, but I'm going to do it anyway. If I got a hold of our one to own, which is coming your way in an hour's time, oh my gosh, that is stunning. Half an hour's time, actually, looking at the clock. Oh, well, 35 minutes or so. This is the brand new crazy agate that we have for you. But if I show you, look at this. Look at that. I mean, that's going to work amazing, isn't it? And all you need to do is, once you've got that there, is just bend it over and literally just use your pliers to close the wire over the cabochon itself, and you get all of the information. You get the step-by-step instruction of how to work your gallery wire into your cabochon. So it gives you a step-by-step instruction. Fantastic. Now, the different gallery wire that you have, now the cabochon's coming up later, but you've got different versions of the gallery wire, which I'll just hold up like so. You can see there the different types of tooth that you get. So you get your crown frame, you get your concertina frame, and then you have the additional finish of, and it's almost like a tooth. Is it a heart? Oh, they are little hearts, look. Ah. So you've got that heart crown finish. All of this detail, all of this style, absolutely beautifully giving detail, and you get an additional finish of sterling silver wire as well. The combination that we have is 12-inch of the heart gallery wire, 12-inch of the oval wire, 12-inch of the long stick gallery wire, and 65 inches of your half hard round wire. That was hard to say. We also have coming your way very soon indeed another feature opportunity that you might be interested in our luxury fossil coral. Can you see that? What about using one of these to frame it? And the wire is so instantly framing the detail of the stone. Look at that, how well it's working. Now you're going to get all of this gallery wire, all of this detail, and anybody like myself who has struggled, and I mean genuinely, it's one of those things that I just have never been able to nail. If you've struggled with creating a gallery or a framework for your gemstones and your cabochons, it's really frustrating because you know there's a potential there, but you just can't get it strong enough or solid enough. This is the solution. This is the way to do it. $99.95. Now, if I just hold out the lengths, the thing is that if you think about how many cabochons you want to surround, you're probably looking at 2 or 3 to the average cabochon, at least 2 or 3 cabochons that you can surround in each one of those lengths. So 12 inches, so you're probably looking at around 4 inches for each one of the cabs. So that would be plenty enough for most of our larger size cabochons. So you could get probably more out of smaller or mid-size cabs. All of this combination finished off with your 65 inches of your 24 gauge half hard round wire, and all for just $99.95. If you haven't seen the quality, if you haven't finished off jewellery like this before, but you want about that step-by-step instruction, well, you have got it just here, and you get it all free of charge with your purchase. You get that guide, you get the instruction, it takes you all the way around the variants of how to create the different galleries and frameworks. I know that there's some fantastic examples. I mean, look at that. That looks beautiful. Have a look on our Facebook page, because I know our Claire MacDonald, one of our wonderful guest designers, she actually gave us some wonderful ideas and step-by-step instruction a few days ago. So if you want to find that, then I'm sure there'll be plenty of photographs, etc. available. Go to our Facebook page, or of course join us at JewelleryMaker.com, whichever way you prefer to access all of our information. So that comes as a pack, all of that together for just $99.95, and I certainly would recommend that if you haven't already tried it out. It's certainly something for those of you who are struggling. Right, let's go. I don't know where that came from, but I'll leave it there, and we're going to go to where? Oh, this side, hang on. Ooh, sterling silver. Now, this is a full sterling silver hour, and I guess in some ways, if you want sterling silver and you want to get started, perhaps this is the one that you would love to create something special with your jewellery. You know, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, you know, that gorgeous 2mm faceted strand of the Beryl that we did, that highly grade faceted quality. You could use this to create something really beautifully vine-like with the 0.4mm gauge. 0.4, a real nice binding, weaving kind of a gauge, especially with silver, because it's so malleable. It's got a real sense of almost thread-like quality, but of course it's silver, so you've got real strength as well. All of yours for the taking. 1 metre of your 925 sterling silver. What? Sterling silver. Sterling silver for £3.9. Do you have to take it further up, higher? 1 metre of silver. That's silly. I mean, that's seriously silly. To go to £2.95. I mean, honestly, that is genuinely crazy. If you're not going to buy now, I really genuinely 100% say you're probably never going to buy from us. If you don't think that at £2.95 for 1 metre of sterling silver wire in the 0.4, which we know is one of the most go-to wires of all of the wires, and if £2.95 isn't right for you, I don't know when we'd find the wrong to the right or the right to the wrong. Absolutely incredible deal to be had. Maybe you want to add a little bit of embellishment, and you want to add detail to perhaps the cabochons that we've got for you. You've got there. Oh yeah. So if you do want to perhaps work with that 0.4mm gauge alongside your cabs, this is coming our way in around about 10 minutes time, I think, not even that, maybe 5 minutes time. We'll be bringing you this wonderful coral fossil finish. Love the individuality and a real sense of historical value that you've got from the presence of the fossils inside this coral. And it is coming away in 1 offer's time. That's it, 1 offer's time. But in the meantime, stay on the lines if you want for £2.95. every time I say that, I kind of go, well, that's just silly. I mean, especially if you're watching for the first time, you're going, well, is it silver coloured for £2.95? Is it silver plated? No, it's sterling silver. It's the real deal. And you've got that real deal quality. You've got that wonderful malleability for just £2.95. What a price tag. What an absolute brilliant deal that is. Stay on the lines for that price point. £2.95 is all you pay. Let's go to, let's have a look. Oh, I think it's here. I think it's here. I think it's here. Oh, we're going to a finest pack. So we're going to bring you sterling silver, really crucial ingredients that you can't really make jewellery without. And this combination, I mean, I'd classify it as a mini findings pack because you've got a combination of 2 lots of your head pins, 2 lots of crimp beads, 2 lots of shepherd hooks, 2 jump rings and 1 clasp. I tell you what, it's everything you need to get started into sterling silver jewellery. I mean, you're not going to question that in terms of the opportunity, now are you? A real feature of quality that we have for you there, especially with the shepherd hooks, sterling silver shepherd hooks within the design. Let me just lift up that fantastic solid ball ring clasp as well. And you could be making 3 or 4 pieces of jewellery from this one findings pack. There's no holes barred in terms of the quality of sterling silver and how you want to apply it into your jewellery. 9 pieces of sterling silver that you have in this findings combination. As I say, ball ring clasp, jump ring, crimp beads, head pins and your shepherd hooks. And these shepherd hooks, well, I mean, just think about what you'd pay for a pair of sterling silver earrings, and you could just start with the sterling silver with a very nominal fee. 9 pieces of sterling silver for 1 price tag. I mean, that's Christmas sorted, isn't it? Again, going back to the idea of giving the gift for somebody to get started into jewellery making, and you want to give them the gift of something really, really priced, something that they'll not expect is that you've bought them sterling silver findings to get them started into jewellery making. But you can do that for £2.95 without even a buy or leave. Bless me. Sorry, that came from nowhere. I couldn't even warn my director, Adam. Sorry, Adam. Literally, that was a sneeze that came from nowhere. There's dogs and cats around the globe. £2. That was the dogs, and obviously not the cats. £2.95 is all you pay. Hold the lines and stay there. Do not hang up. An amazing deal there. Over a gram, I believe you have here of sterling silver, and all for less than £3. Jump rings, shepherd hooks, head pins, I mean essential findings, and all for a rock bottom deal of under £3. Plenty more deals like that one, including our star buy deal. Not silver, but it is a definite star buy opportunity to get this something special, to get this something different into your jewellery, and we're talking about the luxury of fossil coral. It does go very blurred at the end of that. I know. I keep on going. Is that? Suddenly saw that. That's a star buy. We have got for you a very unique opportunity, and I think we have to identify is that this is a total glimpse. A moment for you to revel in the historical reverence of gemstones. I mean, we have to identify amber, 5 to 50 million years old. Now, that's not just words. That's the truth of the history of the gemstone. You know, zircon, 4 billion years old. That's not just talk. That's the fact of the age of the gemstone. And sometimes, and I do think it's very easy, especially when we come from a creative angle, when we start to look at the beauty of something, we forget to translate that into where it's formed or where it's come from. You know, if you've only ever worked with synthetics and replicas, you know, beads and glass, then actually you just work on the principle of how much value you offer. It offers you an aesthetic quality. But actually, with genuine gemstones, especially of this grade of genuine gemstone, it takes you so far from just the aesthetic. It takes you to reverence of historical status. It takes you to a moment of stopping and pausing and remembering that the piece that you're creating, the jewellery that you've got in yours, is 100% a snapshot of history that nobody else will have. That's why working with this grade of fossil coral is spectacularly exciting. And it is a true work of nature's history when you see the quality of the fossil that's formed. And I don't know about you, but I instantly see that as a talking point piece of jewellery. I mean, I wear that maybe as a nice, strong, elongated 30+ inch chain pendant. I'm thinking midriff. I'm thinking a nice cable knit jumper for Christmas. I'm thinking statement perhaps for, you know, for summertime on a nice maxi dress, and I want a little drop design against my midriff. That's the talking point jewellery, not the dress, not the jumper, but this is the thing that people are going to notice, because the individuality, the unique quality of what you see here really is a statement and a half. Absolutely stunning qualities, and every single one will be different. Look at what you're getting with the potential of unique jewellery to be made. Every single one of the fossil coral forms that you have here is truly individualized, and I'll show you that they are two-sided. You'll see that is truly how magnificent a find this is. To get one of these cabochons, I think, is a true triumph for your jewellery design, for your talking point jewellery, for, you know, for the thing that you want people to talk to you about. That's the quality that you have here, and yet you're not just getting one. In the deal that we're about to provide as a star buy deal, you're not just going to get one, you are going to get, well, potentially two, if not more. Three, depends on the size, because of course we guarantee with our cabochon assortments the carat weight, not the quantity. So the size of the gems, the size of the cabochons will obviously influence the quantity that you're in receipt of. But as you can see, to the photo video clip that you've got here, and to the obviously the pieces that I have in my hand here, then you look like you're going to get roughly, the average is going to be 2 cabochons for this one price tag. And when you see the individual qualities, and I mean, it feels like each one's got a story to tell, because it does. It really does have a story to tell. I mean, for me, this one, both sides is almost like turning a page in a book. You know, one of those, my son's got an amazing, big, huge history encyclopedia. And it's one of those that, especially when he likes to read, he's very much into dinosaurs and the Jurassic and the Cretaceous era. And it's just his thing at the moment. And every page he turns, he has a moment of, because he's getting another insight into history, another moment of reflection that on our planet, many, many millions of years ago, something was formed and something created in life that we now can experience in a very, very small way. But look at this, turn the page, or maybe turn the gemstone, and you've got another tale to be told, another moment to stop and reflect on that phenomenal moment of nature in millions of years gone by. I think this is absolutely epic, and I love the idea of getting jewellery that's going to make your collection stand out. You create something that people will want to know about. This is going to be the talking point. This is going to be the statement of what is, how did you get hold of it, and where did you get it from? Can you make me one? All of those conversations going to be had when you're making jewellery, and the answer could be yes if you multi-buy, because of course the good news is you could be getting up to 2 or 3 or even more cabochons for 86 carats. You could be getting one huge centerpiece cabochon for 86 carats. Whatever it is, you're going to get a talking point, which perhaps you do want to multi-purchase. Probably wiser to multi-purchase now than it is to buy one pack and then go, oh, I really like these, and I'm going to come back to JewelleryMaker and see if there's another. And the only reason I say that is because our inventory moves very quickly. You know, they come in, they go out. They come in, we move much quicker than your local hobby and crafting shop, right? Our supply and our availability, especially our pricing, finishing is so impressive that things move through, and potentially we don't get a deal like this again. And if we do, maybe you have to wait 6 months, a year, because this is genuine gemstones. We're not clicking our fingers and going to a factory and suddenly getting lots and lots of more beads that look exactly the same. We're going to nature. We're going to genuine gemstones. We go to Indonesia to source this fossil coral. And that's what makes it so special. At £24.95, pure individual stop and stare moment for your gemstone collection. And if you want to have that moment, it's yours for the taking on our star buy price tag at £24.95. Congratulations. Right, we've still got loads to fit in, loads and loads. Now we are on countdown. It's the final countdown. So yes, we are on the final countdown. 20 minutes to go. We've got 20 minutes to go. We've got 20 minutes to go. I went from one amazing band genre to another there. Did you like the transition? I mean, just like that. I had a moment in the car when I thought to myself, I was driving along and it was very dark and it was a bit dreary, and I thought, oh, I need a bit of a... Do you ever do that? Press, and then you're just like, oh, and you're like singing a lick, and then you stop in traffic and you're still singing, and then you find somebody watching you. And it was two guys in a van, and they literally kind of went... like that. Hi. And then you sat like beside them for hours, aren't you? You know, I know, because actually I really like this song, and now you're watching me, you're disturbing me having my moment in the car. Dreadful, dreadful. Now what do? Do you keep going, or do you just... A little bit, yeah, I'd say. So Bex has just said that she keeps going, but just without the kind of the drama. Yeah, but then that's just a moment spoilt. It's a moment spoilt. Yeah, I was singing through Wicked, the musical. Yeah, Wicked the musical, popular. Yeah, I was like, yep, crazy. Right, let's go to, yes, let's go to another deal. And that other deal is, now these are just like findings that you need to have in your stash. You know, those kind of findings that are just the go-to, the ones that will really make a difference to maybe just using one to add that finishing touch to your design, or adding lots and making something real strong and statement. They're not small. They are quite dramatic. Wow, they're really heavy as well. Look at those. I mean, that is seriously impressive. I was going to say that's a thick finding, but that sounds a bit of a poor way to describe it. But I mean, what I mean by thick is that they are solid. I mean, normally silver is quite a malleable metal, but they are a serious, solid, curved and twisted tube spacer. I'm just going to show you. I don't know how close we can get, but that is a thick finish of silver. Oh, well, check that out at the bottom of the screen. What does it say there? 3.9 grams of silver. Hang on, that's 3.9 grams of silver in 10 findings. That is serious. For a finding, for something that is essentially an addition, a mechanic, an added detail to that kind of weight, that substantial quality. You know what I'd do? You know the 0.5mm gauge elastic wire that we did earlier on? I'd actually, and I'm just going to see if it works, so forgive me that I'm just taking this out of shot for a moment, but I'm just going to see if it works. So let's have a moment. I'm just wondering, just buy one pack for this one piece, and then buy another pack for everything else that you know that it'll do. What about if you just use these to make yourself a solid 3.9 gram, don't forget, 3.9 gram bracelet. And all you need is elastic. So for those of you just getting started into jewellery making, right, $6.95 for 3.9 grams of silver. That does not translate into in current climes. That does not translate. 3.9 grams of silver. I mean, weighty finish that you've got there for each one of those curved, twisted findings. £6.95. epically low price. Make the most of the deal while we've got the deal in front of you. If you want to pick up the phone, go. Check out your basket if you're joining us on the web. That's Yorkshire, East Lothian. Congratulations, Belfast. I've got straight to the draw, Valerie multi-buying 2, Linda multi-buying 2, Lorna multi-buying 2, more multi-buys than I have single buyers right now at that deal. And I think actually the nicest part about it is you can see the potential of just using one pack to make a nice bracelet like this, stretchy bracelet, Christmas. I mean, again, time is marching on. In some ways, one of my friends who's a very, very, very well-organised person, you know, the kind of person that you kind of need in your life to just remind yourself that you need to book your ideas up. But then, in the same sense, they are so well-organised that sometimes you don't like them as much because they make you feel really, really badly organised. Do you have that moment? They inspire you, but equally frustrate you? Yes. And she's one of my really, really good friends, and I love her to pieces. But honestly, Christmas, she has almost sorted. She's got like that, she's just got that natural ability to have things planned way ahead. I mean, she was talking about Christmas dinner. Like, they actually have already started to think about Christmas dinner. And I'm like, you've already sorted Christmas dinner? I mean, I don't even know what I'm eating tomorrow, let alone what I'm eating in about, 60, 70 days' time. I mean, it slightly perturbs me that I don't think about things in that advance, but in the same sense. But that, you know how time's marching on towards Christmas, that's a Christmas gift to be made, isn't it? That is so cool. £6.95. I mean, how organised are you, Becky? Becky's my producer. Are you an organised Christmas girl? No? Adam? Are you organised Christmas? Oh, that's Adam just laughed in a kind of like jaunty way. Went, no, just like that, and that's exactly how you did it. It is exactly no. Are you organised?
Absolutely not.
No. Are we all that disorganised? Wow. I thought at least one of us would, play the yin to the yang, and no, me. Well, I've got children, so part of me has to be slightly organised, to obviously tell Santa what the kids want. You kind of have to be organised, don't you? It's Santa likes to know in advance. But truthfully, no, not really. Not really. Okay, let's move on. Let's go this way. Oh, now talking of Christmas, let's go into proper full, right. You know that lovely bracelet? Look, you know that gorgeous bracelet that we've just made and that I've just, right, I'm just going to do half of it so you can see the bracelet. Right, there's the bracelet and you've just made it and you've put it on the stretchy. Maybe, as you're putting it on the stretchy, you're going, actually, I'd really like something a little bit Christmassy, right? And maybe you're going to just do it like a nice little Christmas gift and you want to just make it a little bit more Christmassy. And that Christmas gift is this. Because that is going to work just beautifully, isn't it? A little candy cane hanging off a sterling silver bracelet. That's a pretty cool Christmas gift, isn't it? Because it's Christmas, but without, not being too tacky. You still want it to have a Christmas flavour. But this is elegant. This is sterling silver luxury in a candy cane. And you've got here, whether it be a charm or whether it be a pendant, you've got a real statement. Let me pop it up against the neckline, then you can see the size of it if you want to see it as a pendant, because it is classified on the graphics as a pendant. I was thinking it was the size of a charm, but oh no, I think that works on the neckline actually. I think that would work quite cute, and again, because it's giving you that elegant status of the Christmas look. That would go really, really nicely. £6.95 for the pendant. Now, apparently, there are charms to go with. Oh, look. Oh, now that's a nice combo. So, you've got the pendant. What about if we give you... See if this works, and if it doesn't, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, no, it did work. Hey, it's a good day. Take a look at that. Oh, you look... combination. So you've got the pendant, and then you've got the little charms as well. And I'll just quickly show you... from the top point, so you can see where the head is, so you can add your head, your jump ring and make it into a charm and make it work. So you've got 3 of your candy cane charms, so 3 of these and 1 of those. So you've got 1 of those that we've just done for £6.95, wasn't it? Yeah, so that was £6.95. Now you've got 3 of these. Let's take that charm away, so that that pendant away, so that you don't get mixed up and think that you're getting that as part of the deal, because you're getting 1. No, that's not going to work. You're getting 3 of these. They are really cute. I really want to be able to fit them straight on there, but I'm just not going to make it happen. You're going to get all 3 of these. Such a sweet deal that we have for you. Don't miss out. By hook or by crook, we bring you this deal. An amazing opportunity. £8.95 is all you pay. And a really, really charming deal that we don't want you to miss out on this Christmas. I'm desperately trying to think of more, but I'm failing drastically. £8.95 is all you pay for all 3. Don't forget, you get all 3 for just £8.95. Congratulations on that one. Plenty of deals. Let me just put these together. Oh, hello there. In there, like so. Like so. I think I've just done some tidying up there. I know, very good. Very organised. Clip-on bales. Let me just work out. So hang on a minute. Let me just hold these up and show you how solid they are. That's the first thing I want to do. Show you how solid the bale is, because it's really, really important for a bale to be practical above anything else. And the practicality, first and foremost, has to be that it holds a pendant, it holds the size of your gemstones in place. If I just drop it forward like so, you can see, look at how thick that silver is. Look at how sturdy that silver is. Now you've got your drill hole at the bottom there, and then you've got your clasp area. And the reason I'm calling it a clasp area is because this is the hinged area, and you can just see that hinging, and you can see that it's just a simple click lever that comes as part of the actual clip-on bale itself. And you've got all of this look for just, oh, in fact, not just one, you've got 5 of these for one price tag. And that price tag for 5 is just £9.95. If you do want to join us on this deal, they're nice and sturdy. The clips are very, very sturdy. So they're classified as clip-on, and they are very, very sturdy. I've just worked out the best way to do it is actually just to push the little gap there, so you can almost, because I guess in some ways they have to be very sturdy, because once they're in place, that's where they need to stay. But can you see how I've just separated it there so that it then becomes an open clasp? So you can then put your chain in, etc., or clip your bail on, and then continue above your day. So fabulous detail, really, really solid quality that you have. A real treat and a half. Let me profile that one for you. There you go. You can see the differential between the closed and the open. All yours for the taking for just £9.95. I think these are quite stiff, and the reason that they're quite stiff, and the reason that it's quite solid, is because in all honesty, if it was flimsy-flamsy, you'd be quite worried about putting your bail around your chain, and you'd be worried you were going to miss out on and lose your pendant. So you kind of need it to be quite sturdy. You need that click and that clip to be very, very solid, and that's the one thing I will say. So if you struggle, just pop your nail. Can you see how you've got the close there? Just pop your nail into the gap, and if you put your nail into the gap, can you see how you're just opening up that gap that then opens up? So they're quite solid clasps. But that's good. I think that's exactly what you need them to be. Congratulations if you got, that was 5 for less than £10. Right, straight to, now then, We are on countdown now, really, aren't we? And we're on countdown because we have got, obviously, brand new crazy agate coming your way in less than 5 minutes. Pre-order window is about to close, so if you haven't already pre-ordered, now is your time to do so. Is absolutely the time to do so. Don't miss out on this deal. Make sure that you're the one to confirm on this offer. Oh, now this is very pretty. Oh, this is a lovely gift. I mean, first of all, I'm just going to show you the classic qualities of this chain. It's a popcorn chain, which is very much a contemporary style chain, which means it's a tight link on link. It creates a smooth, sleek finish, almost like liquid gold, the quality of a popcorn chain. And it's got a real substantial feel about it, very solid quality. I always think popcorn chains, you know, heavy pendants, anything that's weighty, really do sit very nicely about and almost hold the weight perfectly. If you've got something substantial to the center, this is going to hold that weight and give it balance and not give you any kind of, I guess the word is lopsidedness. This is not just where the popcorn chain starts and finishes though. It looks fabulous, gold plated, it's sterling silver, but on top of that you also have a heart-shaped magnetic clasp. So what's lovely about this is that the detail in the chain doesn't just hold to the chain, it goes all the way to the clasp as well. Heart-shaped clasp, magnetic heart-shaped clasp at that. Wonderful detail and such a solid feature chain for just £14.95. Hold the lines and make sure you don't miss out on this. I like the fact that you've got the magnetic clasp that adds the detail, the finishing touch. So if you want to do very little, but you do want to just add in, you know, perhaps a flourish. You could, of course, clip on bail. You could always do that, couldn't you? Get the clip on bail and just add in the detail that way. But of course, what the nice thing is that there's already detail placed into the heart-shaped magnetic clasp. And actually, in all honesty, what you could do is have that at the centre rather than at the back. You know, that could be your statement front side rather than behind. I almost said something else then and then stop, pause, think another way to say it. £14.95 is all you pay. We are 5 minutes away from our brand new crazy lace agate cabochons. Brand new, exciting opportunity, never been seen before, anything like this in grade qualities. Really delighted to tell you that we have got a quantity that gives you every chance to get involved, but it will be first come, first served. Huge deal to not miss out on. It is, of course, the one to own. Straight after the break.
JewelleryMaker course gift vouchers are now available. You can choose from a bronze, silver or gold voucher. Each voucher is worth a different amount that entitles you to book towards a course of your choice. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. JewelleryMaker. Create, wear, share.
Are you new to JewelleryMaker? For a limited time, we're offering new customers a wonderful free gift. The free gift includes 2 beautiful genuine gemstone strands in an organza bag. As long as you qualify as a new customer and haven't shopped with us before, then your free gift will be automatically added to your order when you make your first purchase. It's really that simple. Gemstone strands are selected at random, so gemstone size, colour and type will vary for each new customer. Why stop there? Once you receive your gemstones, we'd love to see what you create. Share your designs with us via our Facebook page and join our creative community of jewellery makers. Start your jewellery making journey with us today. Create, wear, share.
JewelleryMaker, we are always looking at ways to provide you with a fantastic shopping experience. With this in mind, we'd like to welcome you to our new pre-order option. Selected items throughout the day will be put on display and made available for pre-order. When the presenter informs you that the pre-order service is available on an item, this is your chance to pop it into your online basket or speak to one of our brilliant call centre team members and be one of the first to secure your purchase.
It's easy to stay in touch with JewelleryMaker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 65,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with JewelleryMaker.
I've not seen anything like this before from our crazy lace agate. This is going to be a sellout. I mean, it's fair to say this is going to be a sellout in my mind. Because when I see the grade, and I know for the last few years as I've seen crazy lace, we know the popularity of it on our channel. But take that popularity from where it is normally bred, which is the gorgeous patterning, formation of almost wave-like texturing and stunning textures of colourway, and then take it to the extremes of diversity and beauty, take it to that exact thing that you want your gemstones to be, which is absolutely unique, and this falls into that category. It is sublime, utterly spectacular. Already wonderfully well received. So many people have already pre-ordered. We've had a fantastic reaction. Thank you so much for getting in touch with us. Thanks for telling us how much you love this feature of gemstone jewellery. I mean, what a statement of an offer this is. I mean, epic proportions of colour spectacles. And I love the fact that the individuality of these stones is something so special. I will promise you one thing. Every time you look at these every time you look at these stones, you will see something different. Your eye will catch a different moment. I mean, part of me looks at this one, it's almost paisley. The individual qualities of pattern. I've never, ever seen anything like this grade of crazy lace agate before. I've never experienced this patterning, this printing, this formation of not just rippling, and the ripple effect that you're seeing here. Now that's the part that we've kind of been grown to love with the crazy lace form. This is something altogether unique, something so individualized to this grade of Mexican agate. Breathtaking moments of gemstone formation. I'll rotate it around so you can see it's not just a single-sided gemstone. It's more than that. It's epically formed in that wonderful pattern and print. Totally natural form in the grading of the patterns that you see here. And that's number one. I mean, I have to remind you, that's one that one person will get. You know, I'm not showing you what you're going to get because I can't guarantee that yours will look like this. Why? Because yours will be just as good, but totally different. Your pattern, your colorway, your spectrum of texture will be 100% individualized. And that's what makes, in terms of the last, 8 years of our broadcast, that's what makes Top Genuine Gemstones the finest, the best, the luxury. And these are not touching the sides. We've had a huge reaction already in pre-order. And I mean, that close-up delivering that, again, it's almost paisley-like formation of colour. I love the detail. Look at that banding. Have you ever seen anything of this degree before from us? The answer, I'm pretty clear on, is no. Now, I'm not suggesting we haven't done agate for the last few years, because we absolutely have. And we've definitely done crazy lace agate. But to this level, to this quality, I mean, look at that. For the rippling formations of banding. And banding is what makes a gemstone tell its story. A little bit like when you cut down a tree and you read the age rings of a tree, and you can tell whether it was a dry season for a tree, because it means that the rings are very tight together and the tree hasn't grown and blossomed. And if the rings are separated by wide pedigrees, it actually means that the tree's flourished. So it's been a watered season, it's been a well flourishing sunny season, but it's had enough water to flourish. And that's how you read a tree's aging and banding. But that's the same principle as seeing these individual gemstones banded individually by nature's form, the pressure of the earth, the way that the earth has shifted. And actually the rippling is very much about the rippling of the movement of the earth, the movement of those tectonic plates that just influence the ever-shifting form of genuine gemstones. And that's what makes this so special. I love the fact that every one of these is different. I particularly like the fact that this one is almost a pendant good to go. I mean, that's where I'd start with my designs. Just that one, just ready to go. I don't think I'd need anything else, because wow, it is a stunning centerpiece for your jewelry collection. I love this. Now, the thing is that right now on our website, I have got a huge amount of people checking out at a price tag that you can see. And at the price that you can see on the web, there is a vast quantity of a reaction. Now, that's the price that you're looking at. You're looking at £14.95 on our website, and that is the price tag that you should be paying. You know that, and I know that. You know that that's a great deal because you're checking out in your drawers. Sharon and Helena, Sandra, Victoria, Seri, congratulations to Linda, to June, to Tracy, Darlene and collectors joining us in Angus, Bristol, Isle of Man, Lancashire, Worcestershire, Surrey. Look, if you're here and you're watching right now and you don't want to miss out, at £14.95. And if that was going to be your price tag, and it should be your price tag, then I'd congratulate you. I'd say that is a wonderful way for us to introduce something special for your jewellery design. We're not stopping at £14.95. We're about to shift into a totally different price bracket. We're about to go rock bottom under £10 for your today's must-have. Get in. Absolutely. It's yours for the taking. And while we've got, right, you're going to know now, for those of you who bought one, I've now got people coming back in. Sandra bought one, she's now bought 3. Jan's bought 1 and now she's bought 2. Michelle's now bought 2. Jenny's bought 2. I've got instant reaction. Congratulations to Hampshire, Hertfordshire. Congratulations to Cardiff, to Surrey. Congratulations, Worcestershire, Lanarkshire. Everybody's going to pay. Right, if this doesn't sell out, right, it does not make sense. Exactly. Becky's just said it has to sell out at this price point because she wasn't meant to take you anywhere near this price tag, right? To be very clear, right, this needs to sell out, and the reason it needs to sell out is because Becky has taken you to under £10 on a price tag that should have been no lower than £14.95. This is a serious one-off deal. And I promise you one thing, even if there's 5 or 6 left, at the end of the, if we're left with a handful of these left, I cannot price promise this deal, and I won't price promise this deal. It's a deal that's got to be taken at this moment, at this price tag. Or, if you do like it, and you want to have a ponder about it, right, you have to expect that you're going to have to pay a higher price tag than £9.95 if you don't buy it now. The chances are, though, this will be sold out. This will not be in stock for you to consider. Good news with us is that you have a 30-day money-back guarantee. 30 days that says if it isn't right, you can send it back and your money goes back into your account. No question on that deal. So that's even better because that 30 days, and I know that sometimes we work in speed and we're working at haste with these mad deals and, oh, go, go, go. The thing is the go is to make the purchase now. but the decision can be made within a 30-day period. I mean, that's 30 days to make sure it's the right deal for you. It's the right deal that gives you the quality of everything you want, individuality, unique status to your cabochons. This is your crazy lace agate multi-shape cabochon assortment. I'm just showing you that one because I love the fact that actually it shows you that extended form. But this one, I mean, this just takes you to another journey of what the crazy lace agate can be. It really is individually spectacular. More multi-buyers coming in now. Congratulations to our collectors multi-buying in Devon and in County Durham. Congratulations to buyers who have joined us in Northamptonshire, Yorkshire, Greater Manchester, Bedfordshire. Congratulations to West Yorkshire and to Greater Manchester again. I've got literally people just flooding into this deal. If you're joining us and you've put your deal into your basket but you haven't checked out, you will need to check out this deal. Otherwise, there's a chance you could miss out on this offer. And we should not, point blank, we should not have gone under £14 on this deal. Let alone going under 15, we shouldn't have gone under 14, not 13, not under 12, not under 11. We are absolutely breaking every rule by going to £9.95. So please, please do know that this is probably not going to happen again. If you're holding on the phone lines, don't forget it's a free phone number that you're dialing. That is a free phone number. So all you're going to do is give us your patience on those lines, not your money. Absolutely spectacular opportunity, and truly I was thrilled and absolutely very much committed to the fact that £14.95 was a great want-to-own price tag. It's a price tag that made your deal stand out, the offer stand out. But I tell you what, today, well, the boundaries are smashed through, and that's the whole point of a day like today. It's Monday, and we want to make those deals extra special for you. And we do have something very special for this hour, because this whole hour is dedicated to nature's treasures. This whole hour is dedicated to natural gemstones. No treatments, no dyes, no diffusions, no pedigrees of additional man-made implements. These are part of that genuine gemstone offer. Natural qualities, individually perfect, individually unique, because they are totally nature's treasures. The rest of the hour continues that way. We've got some amazing deals to look forward to, some very special genuine gemstone offers to offer you. But in the meantime, please do remain on those lines. Congratulations to Leslie, Susan, Gillian, Linda's there, Jacqueline's joining me. Congratulations to Helly and to Beryl, to Carol, Shalou, you've got yours, and Jennifer, Lisa, Miranda, congratulations, Linda, Esther, Shirley. Congratulations to Sally in Yorkshire, Linda's there in Cheshire, Janice is in Shropshire, Buy's joining us in Gloucestershire and Worcestershire. Hello to Alison who's joined me in Bristol, Carol's there in Bedfordshire, Beverly's in Lanarkshire, Karen again in Cheshire, another Karen. Congratulations to Tracy, brackets chicken lady in Hampshire. £9.95 is all you pay. Still available while stocks last. Florida, Bristol, Nottinghamshire, Surrey, Norfolk, Ayrshire, Greater London and Lincolnshire. If you've put in your basket, you know who you are. If you haven't checked out your basket, then unfortunately the deal is not yours. And for £9.95, I don't think that I'd want to miss out at that price point. So please do make sure, if you want the deal, that you check out on that opportunity. We reckon there's probably, at best, about 25 to 30 left. And that's just based on how many people are still holding on the lines, and that's then buying one. So if somebody comes along and multi-purchases 2 or 3, then that quantity drops even further. So if you want to get hold of this deal, we still have a quantity, but it's not a huge proportion of quantity left. So do make the most of that opportunity while you have it there. Congratulations. Now coming up, if you like your cabochons, oh, these are just gorgeous. These are so workable. I can't wait to see the jewellery that you're going to make with these. These are hematite cabochons. I mean, they are absolutely gorgeous, aren't they? I love these. Truly think they are stunning, and I love the fact that you've got such a high ratio of reflections. Absolutely gorgeous opportunity that we have for you. And I think what's amazing is that they are double-sided. You've got your flat side and you've got your domed side, and they both are equally as impressive as the other. Absolutely magnificent quality. These are coming your way in around about 15 minutes time. So you've got 5 cabochons together in a one-off hematite deal. Hematite is such a spectacularly impressive gemstone because it's got such a ratio of luster, and it's a metallic. Can you hear? Listen. Can you hear? It changes, the sound changes because it's got a metallic edge to it. It's got that metallic finishing to it. Natural gemstone again, totally natural, but you've got the luxury of opportunity there to get hold of it as part of our deal. This is Nature's Treasures showcase, which essentially takes us to appreciate totally natural gemstones with obviously we do all of our lab testing to make sure that what we say you're getting is what you are getting, which is why we are one of your reputable dealers. Sad thing is when you're buying on the web, when the web are offering you certain deals, I guess because they are you can't see them, they're faceless. Essentially, you can't trust them. You can't guarantee. Not everybody's going to say this is natural and then guarantee that it's natural. But with us, we have a guarantee. We have obviously authenticity cards if you want that for 25p. But we do have our independent lab tests that we have to guarantee that what we say is what you get. And I guess in some ways that's peace of mind when you're purchasing from us to know that it's the real deal. So this is the hour that takes you through the real deal. Your totally natural gemstones, nature's treasures. And we start with... Oh, wow. Oh. Okay, how many of these have we got? I have never, ever seen anything like this from Labradorite before. Oh my, I've got how many left? 10. Oh my, if our cameras do not pick this up, I'll be furious. Furious, I tell you. Crikey. On a bikey. Now that is not even half of the actual colour that you're going to see when you get them home. Right, in the studio lighting, if you're seeing this level of, and I mean honestly, the grade of colour that you're seeing here is tiny. I mean, it's giving you an indication of the potential, but you are going to see. So I need to get these home. I want these to see them in the light of day. I don't want to see them in my studio light. I don't want to see them via camera 2, which obviously bleaches out the colour. I want to see these in natural daylight. Blimey. I mean, show-stoppingly incredible. I think that these are some of the nicest, the most if you could see what I could see now, and it gets, the thing is that cameras will never pick up what I'm seeing because they don't work as powerful as the human eye, as well as they are technology. They're just not as good with it as the powerful as the human eye. And we're in bleach studio lighting. So all of that creates a much more negative environment to make the gemstone look good. A lot of people think that it's the other way around, but no. This is epic. Utterly epic. Have you ever seen that grade of labradorescence before? I mean, absolutely amazing opportunity. Blimey. Heck, that is utterly extraordinary. I mean, this is trying to be Labradorite, and then this is being Labradorite, isn't it? I mean, there is such a huge differential. This is utterly the ultimate. This is the daddy. This is the godfather of all Labradorite. Right, quantity-wise, we had, and I'm now using the past tense, had 10 to offer. 10 only. Can you believe that this is totally natural? Well, believe it, because that is exactly the case. Totally natural Labradorite in this stunning 88 carat cabochon assortment. Look at the grade of colour to the surface, and then look at the price tag. Yet we had people checking out at £44 plus, and yet here we are dropping now to 29. That on its own, that grade of labradorescence, that on its own for me, that singular stone, I reckon you would be charged elsewhere with that level of labradorescence close to £29.99. Honestly, I just don't think there is anything that sits within our vaults that matches that level of labradorescence. I've never seen anything like it before. I mean, if you think about it, the wonder of this gemstone is its labradorescence, is that colourful glow, which we all adore. But I don't think even from our standard labradorescence, you'll have seen even a proportion of quality like you are here. It's epic, genuinely. It's spectacular, and I know that I'm probably waxing lyrical about this one, but it's because I want you to get it home, and you will match my enthusiasm. You will have your jaw on the floor when you see the first moment of opening that. Literally, open your box, boom, wow. I promise you, that's a big promise to make. I promise you, you are not going to return these. There is not one part is going to consider sending those back. Never. I mean, not with a level of labradorescence. Spectacular gemstone. That is awesome. Right, let's go to the luxury of amber. Oh, this time you've got that extended Celtic design in the silver work. And just take a look at this detail, and it is detail that you have here in the swirling platform of silver. You have this luxury top to bottom drop. Do we know the size of this? 26 by 14. So essentially we're looking at 2.5 centimetres from top to bottom in the whole sterling silver pendant. You've got there the luxury of that extended bail in the silver, and then you have your cushion of amber in the cabochon itself. And I do like that cushion because it does just hold and pinch the gemstone into place. All of this look gives you a real style to your jewellery design, guaranteed. And all of this looks comes in at a phenomenal Christmas gift price tag. Think about going to a department shop. Go to your concessions, you know, that glass area where they do all their jewellery, and then have a look at the price tag of a pendant of this size and of this status. There is no way, and I do genuinely mean no way, Jose, that you can say that you would find this kind of grade of gemstone sitting in a department shop for £12.95. There is not a chance that they would expect that you would even anticipate a less than £20 price tag for this grade of stone and the setting of silver. It is a feature pendant. It's there for the taking. And again, as a gift goes, if you want to give something that people you know are going to treasure, a gemstone that people instantly recognise as something extra special, and you're designing around that centrepiece, you know, you don't just have to leave the pendant to be a single look. You could actually build upon that design, create a Celtic neckline piece. Maybe that's going to be the focal point, that maybe you're going to do some nice decorative detail into the chain work, or maybe some detail into the wire wrapping, so that you're matching that platformation. That's your craftsmanship. That's your individuality to your jewellery for just £12.95. Hold the lines for me. If you've got a phone in your hand, we'll answer your call. If you're trying to join us on the web, you can do so at JewelleryMaker.com. Right, let's go to natural. Don't forget, this is nature's treasures of gemstones. Totally natural gemstones. Brazilian aquamarine. Oh my goodness. And it's totally natural. Totally. Look at how clean it is. If I rotate this around, look. If I rotate that around, look at how clean it is. Look at how open it is to the light, dancing, bouncing, rebounding, like the sun reflecting off the ripples of the waves. That's the grade of aquamarine that you want from Brazil, and that is exactly what you have here. But it's totally natural aquamarine that we're offering you, and the level of quality to each one of these stones is it's spectacular. You've got a lovely arrangement of size, and because of the level of open clarity, you don't need a huge amount of gemstones to really appreciate the qualities of openness to the beauty. You know, a nice simple, maybe a slider bracelet that then pincers either side of maybe a stack of maybe half a dozen of these, and it would look breathtakingly good. You're looking here, and I would say a true triumph of a collector's strand. 18 carats of aquamarine, graduated faceted wheels. They are faceted to create the splendour of the luxury. Hold the lines if you've already got a phone in your hand. Web buyers, get ready to check out your basket, because we are about to go from $49.95 to a rock bottom, not £10 off. This is nature's treasure, and yet we're still breaking the boundaries and putting £20 back into your pocket. I mean, that's a lot of money, isn't it? That's a huge price drop that we've gone from 49 to 29. And yet, does the quality change? Does the intention of luxury change? Does the location, which of course drives the world-class qualities that you're seeing here, change? No, no, no. Nothing changes but the price. And that's what makes this so impressive. At $29.99, you really are looking at a spectacular splendour of a formation. I mean, I'm just looking at maybe taking that half a dozen like that, and I'm just thinking, just like that in a cluster, that's going to look pretty fabulous, isn't it? That's going to look really great, just like that on a bracelet. So you've got the rotation of the faceting of the rondelles beautifully sat together, but then nothing else. You don't need anything else beyond that, because it looks so impressive, and it is yours for the taking at $29.95. Hold the lines for me on these deals, because first come first served on this offer. Amazing deal there. I love that one. £20 save it. £20 just gone back into your pocket. Of that £20 saving, don't forget we've got plenty more natural treasures coming your way. Okay, where should we go to next? Natural treasures, and we have here a stunning quality of opportunity for you. This is natural Amazonite. Hoo-hoo. Blimey. Blimey. They are stunning, aren't they? Absolutely magnificent. And because we are talking about the beautiful natural qualities of this stone, if I just show you the individual markings and patterns, I mean, you see for yourself how they have been highlighted by the faceting quality of the checkerboard detail. You can see how the light is bouncing, almost beating off the surface of each one of these faceted cubes. 5 to 10 millimetre, 20 centimetre strand that you have here, and all for one price tag. We're not going to mess around on these deals, because we're straight down. Can you believe? Totally natural Amazonite. A real deal for $14.95. A real treasure at $14.95. And that would be a very good deal if that's where we were stopping. Natural Amazonite, graduated faceted cubes, and what? We're going where? Under £10. The deals are there to be had tonight. I mean, the deals are definitely there for the taking. So if you do want to join us, £9.95 is already pay. I mean, we started our 6 o'clock hour with an under £10 hour. I think somebody needs to tell Becky that was a couple of hours ago now. Becky, my producer, she says, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back to me. That showed my age. $9.95 is all you pay for a huge deal. It's always nice that in your ear you then go, yes, it's a classic. I mean, that just makes you feel really, really with it. Thanks for that, Adam. Thanks, Adam's my director. Thanks, Adam. Made me feel really hip and trendy there. It's like, oh, that is such a classic. $9.95. An amazing deal there. I am down with those kids. Stay on those lines for me. At under £10, when you start to think about what £10 could deliver in perhaps your fakes, your synthetics, your replicas, your glass. You know, when you think about the deliverance of genuine gemstones, the beautiful coolness to the touch of genuine gemstones is actually one of the nicest parts about wearing them is that you know that they're the real deal, because the tactility, the texturing and the coolness against the skin is something so special. $9.95. I mean, this, all you need to think of is perhaps restranding and popping it up against the neckline on a chain extender, right? And you've got yourself a show-stopping look for a tenner. Again, think of your Christmas gifts. Think about who you're gifting, who you want to buy for. Maybe you want to break this down in some of the larger cubes. You want to use those as singular centerpieces alongside the pyrite that we did earlier on. You know, that wonderful hefty pyrite. You could perhaps match those faceted cubes with the amazonite and maybe mix and match for a nice, maybe a leatherette or a suede cord bracelet. You know, something fun, something funky, something stylized, you know, and you've got the look. You're only using one or two gemstones from each of the strands, but you're making them count by making them statement jewellery. I think that would work very well for amazonite as well as the pyrite that we did earlier on. At $9.95 is all you pay for 146 carats of your graduated faceted cubes. And of course, let's not forget that we're talking nature's treasures of gemstones. Everything that we're offering here is totally nature's quality. No treatments, no dye, no diffusing. And this next deal, I think, you know, you look at it and you can't be anything other than in awe of nature. And Mother Nature has worked her absolute socks off to deliver this gemstone in such a high class quality. And we're about to bring it to you in a star buy. I think we should have had carol singers behind that music. 'Cause you know it's a star buy. You know, like something like that. We need to think of some lyrics that go with that. Yeah. Da, da, da. It's a star buy. Oh no, I mean, like they're not the lyrics that actually go with "We wish you a Merry Christmas" and a Happy New Year. No, I was thinking, I mean, like for us to incorporate the star buy, the last word would have to be star by. So we have to think of the words that go before the star by. No, Adam, keep trying, because that's abysmal. So keep trying. Merry Christmas, here's a star by. We need to work on it, don't we? If you've got any ideas, maybe you're a lyricist and we'd love to hear from you today. You can text into 60777. It's always nice to hear from you. Whether you've got something to offer us for we want our jingle lyric. Jingle lyric. That could be worrying when you type that into some kind of spell check, couldn't it? A jingle lyric. I don't know, goodness knows what would come up with. But if you do fancy getting in touch with us, as I say, 60777, make sure you start your text with JM Studio so we know that you're talking to us, and normal network charges do apply. We look forward to hearing from you if you've got anything that goes alongside our star by jingle lyric. And we will, I mean, we could always do a little choir around the microphone, couldn't we? We could do that, couldn't we? I mean, we're so up for that. I mean, when I say we're so up for that, literally everybody's just gone like that. No. I'll make them come in. We have got for you a very special star buy deal. This is your Hematite pack of 5. Pack of 5. I think these are, well, the word is epic. I think they are absolutely spectacularly formed. I mean, you've got some of the highest lustrous qualities. You have there an amazing distinction of quality. And you can even see the girls waving. Hi, girls. Look, can you see them there? That's it, we can see you now. You've got here an amazing, that was very good waving, girls. You have here a pack of 5, and I honestly do think that these are so stylish. These are potential gents and ladies jewelry. I think they could be mixing and matching against the other gemstones to create different flavors and different textures. I mean, you could almost frame around these with other gemstones as well, couldn't you? You could almost add a little bit more detail to the surround of the hematite with different colours, different textures, flavours, and it's going to blend, it's going to work because the high ratio of lustre and that metallic edge, and that's the nice thing about hematite. It's got a really, really metallic high lustre grading, and it just creates a totally different aesthetic to any other cabochon. I can't think of any other cabochon that creates this look, and it's yours for the taking. A big treat offer, yours for the taking. A huge opportunity that we have for you here. $17.95. You have there an amazing treat. And hold those lines. A mega opportunity that we have for you. A big, big deal. I mean, the thing is, as you look at that price at five divided by 17.95. Oh, heck, can't even start £3. 30, 40, 50. It's got to be about £3. Well, just over £3.50. What is it? Okay, the team have just said it's £3.59. £3.59 for each of those cabs. Look at that. But guess what? We're not even going to stop there. We're going to go as low as we can go. We're going to squeeze as far as we can. And that, oh! Well, we're going to less than £2 each. You're getting a pack of 5. Becky, seriously, right? Please, can I just be very clear, right, that we are not in a £10 hour anymore. Right? We are not in a £10 hour. We do not need to negotiate every deal to go under £10. I mean, I really like working with you. You're a really lovely lass. I don't want you to get sacked based on the fact that you keep on tapping in, the fact we're going under a tenner. I mean, does that look like a £10 deal for one, let alone a £10 for 5? 5 of these. I love the high ratio of the quality of lustre. I love the fact you can add texture and something different to your design. I mean, these are going to look spectacular against your different colours of gemstones. I could imagine this against the Amazonite that we've just brought you, and it's going to look awesome. I mean, that's going to be such a great detail. But actually, you could choose a number of our gemstones coming up within this hour, and it would work. You could choose a number of the gemstones, you know, like chrysocolla that we've got coming up later on. What about putting chrysocolla against it? You know, it's a gemstone that has instant aesthetic values. That's going to look gorgeous with a chrysocolla, actually. I mean, a real treat and a half. Hold those lines to confirm at just £9.95, and that's all you pay for 5 of these feature cabochons. That is a star buy. Yes, it is a star buy. I need to keep working on it. Not happy with those lyrics. Not happy with those lyrics. £9.95 is already pay all 5 for less. I love the fact that you can't hear the interesting singing that I have. Aww. I mean, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure, isn't it? Yeah. You know. Taking the Vicky saying, well, we can't all be classically trained now, Vicky. No, we can't, and that's why you should not be singing, Adam. Right, let's go straight on. Let's go to... Ooh. Oh, my gosh. And these are totally... Don't forget, we are in the midst of nature's treasures. Wow, these are totally natural. Totally. This strand is spectacular. Blimey. Oh. Now the thing is that if I drop this from the black background to the white, normally gemstones kind of lose their colour against white. Watch this gemstone as it drops into the... Oh, now that is a triumph of a natural gemstone. For it to just hold and retain its beauty from going to white to black. And the backdrop can change a gemstone so drastically. Look at that. I think that is an absolute stunner of a strand. 46 carats of totally natural beryl. Beryl being, of course, an amazing family gemstone combination of morganite, of aquamarine, of emerald, heliodor, goshenite. They all sit within the same heading, the same family genre. And the nicest part about this is that you've got all of those, literally all of those colours playing together. You've got pinks, you've got blues, you've got yellows, you've got clears, and you've got some of those green tones coming through. So you've got it all going on in this one feature strand. It sits so beautifully against the skin. I mean, it's quite startlingly dancing in the light. It's just such a wonderful flavour of light bouncing, and all yours for the taking. One price tag? Oh, to go to double figures, literally, in my mind, to get you under double figures is brilliant. To get you under £50 is spectacularly low for this level of quality. $49.95. And you know what? We're not even stopping at $49.95. We're not even we're going to go another £10 lower. And of course, the best thing is that if you've joined us at $49.95 and the price drops, you're still paying that dropped price. Nobody pays anything other than the final. Everybody gets the same deal. Nobody pays a higher price, lower price. Everybody gets the same price tag, and that is at $39. So if you're the first person in and you're actually just waiting to see the price tag, and the first price comes in at £129, and then it drops to $79, and then it drops to $39. The best thing is you've joined in at $129, but you will be paying the $39. Everybody pays that final low price tag. That's money in your pocket. Congratulations, you just put £10 back into your pocket. Do we change the quality? No. Do we change the beautiful natural status of the Brazilian qualities? No. It's exactly the same. The only thing that changes is the price tag at $39.95. Huge opportunity that we can bring you here. Now, we're taking that natural splendour and we're going big now. We're going large. Oh, look at that dog. Is it called dog tooth design? Is that what you classify it as? Dog tooth. This is funky, isn't it? They're all taking the mickey out of me just because I said the word funky. They're literally like that. Yeah, really funky. It's nice. It's nice that you're keeping me grounded. I like the fact that the team around me, they're just, just like, I'm never ever going to get anywhere other than grounded. Keep it down. Do not, where do you think you're going? Get out. Keep it down there and keep you down. That's it. No ideas above your station, you being funky and hip. We have here, look at this. I mean, that is a fantastic design. I like the fact that these really are individually formed. So you've got some fantastic, unique design shapes, but you've also got some traditional shapes as well. Those wonderful additions that just are going to work into your designs. Look at this. Golden, sleek qualities, liquid almost gold, the way that the light is moving over the surface. Can you see how it's almost, the only way I can describe a tiger's eye is using an almost that it's holographic like qualities, because from one angle to another it shifts, it changes, the light moves. It really does create something spectacular in every movement that you have. Very, very popular gemstone for gents jewellery as well as ladies jewellery. So again, if you're looking for Christmas gifts and you're looking to make something rather different for somebody's jewellery collection, I mean, that's a beauty, isn't it? Absolute beauty. Now this is yours, 470 carats of tiger's eye that you have in your multi-shaped cabochons, all for one price tag. Price tag is what? For all of those. I mean, if I give you the example of the bundle that I have here, so that's 3, 6, 9, 12, you get 15 in this bundle, and obviously that's going to be a different quantity potentially that you get, because every shape and size will be different. But this is say we're, for example, working on what I'm looking at here, which is 15 into £24.95, that works out at £1.66 each. That's epic, isn't it? absolutely gorgeous deal that you have here for just £24.95. A spectacular way to get in touch with us is on the phone lines. Get through to our amazing free phone numbered call centre. And they are amazing, brilliant team. They're just down the road in Redditch itself. So the good news is that it's all very much close to home and very much local call centre. Even better is that it's a free phone number, so it's not exactly costing you money. It's just costing you your time to dial that number. The alternative, of course, is to join us at JewelleryMaker.com. Once you've logged in, you can check out your basket. If you put it into your basket, it essentially is just like if you go to to your supermarket and you put all of your groceries into your basket and then you go to walk out. Well, you haven't paid for them. You've got to make sure you check out your basket to make sure that you own the deal. So please, can I just remind you, putting into your basket does not guarantee that you own it until you check out. So make sure you check out your deal on the web. Final option, of course, is our wonderful app. So go to the App Store, just type in Jewellery Maker, and you'll have the access of our Jewellery Maker app wherever you are. Out and about, you never want to miss out on deals like this one, so make sure that you keep hold of that app on your phone and you have the chance to be able to make the most of deals like that one. Straight to, let's go textbook amethyst. Natural as well, don't forget. Look at the quality that we have here. Purple, rich perfections of colour. You've got those velvets, you've got the bright light tones, you've got the richness. I mean, it really is a gem that plays to so many different strengths of design qualities. I mean, many of our guest designers will say that this is the one of their go-to stones of choice. It's such a reliable gemstone for your collection because it really produces show-stopping jewellery without a huge amount of technique. And I think that's quite important, actually, if you're just getting started into jewellery making, that you want to get started but you still want that jewellery to look amazing. You want it to have a show-stopping quality about it, something that people will notice. Well, you definitely have that here. You've definitely got that quality. This is your 50 carat amethyst graduated plain ovals, size rise 6x5 to 11x7, so very workable into a variety of jewellery. I mean, to the point where one of the largest stones would actually sit very nicely to the centre of a piece of jewellery on the hand, let alone to the wrist or to the neckline. I mean, that's lovely, isn't it? All of this look, what? The whole look. We're under £5. You could buy 2 of these strands and still be under 10. What a deal it is. This is all the way from Zambia, so you've got the powerful qualities of colour, and the size of each one of those is going to really lend itself to a multiple of different design qualities and finishings. £4.95 is already paid. Do stay on those lines. Don't hang up, because if you hang up, you miss out. You keep a phone in your hand and your call will be answered. And of course, if you've already bought from us today, maybe you joined at 8 o'clock this morning where we first came live with you, and maybe you joined us at 8, I don't know, 1 o'clock this afternoon and 4 o'clock this afternoon, whatever. Good news is that best part about with us is you can add to your order all the way through the day. So through till midnight tonight, we're live with you through till 10, but through till midnight tonight, you can keep on adding to your order on that single P&P deal. So £3.95 is paid once, and then you can continue to add. So essentially, for less than £10, if you made your first purchase now, £3.95 for your postage, £4.95, so you're less than £10 to get a strand of luxury amethyst through the door. And of course, there's plenty more deals to come your way that you can keep on adding and keep on making the most of that single P&P. 50 carats of amethyst and all for just £4.95. Onwards we plough to... Oh yes, hang on a minute. Now we've got something that quite a lot of people, when they have their natural gemstones, like to almost store them separately. And I think it's very good to kind of consider when you've got genuine gemstones and they're natural, that you want to almost compartmentalize, store them as that's something special. And so to do that, we've got this. So take your natural gemstones, make sure you're looking after them. You've got to look after them because at the end of the day, they are nature's treasure. And then put them inside a storage box. Now, the first thing I want to say is that this is actually hard plastic. So it's not your soft, pliable plastic. It is hard-backed plastic. And then inside, you have your mini boxes, multiple mini boxes that then build up. And I think in some ways this is going to be great for those of you who want to perhaps mix and match your colours. Perhaps you're going to put, you want to play with different techniques of colourways, and maybe you've got amethyst, and then you've got your pyrite, and actually then you on this side maybe you're going to pull in some beryl, and you want to see how that, no, that doesn't work. I'm going to put the beryl away, and actually I'm going to get maybe a nice citrine out and see if the citrine. Oh, actually I like that, but I'm going to take that away. You can play with your colours inside your pots because they're see-through pots, and then keep them stored in one fantastic box. And actually what you could do, if you were that way inclined to organise, you could colour grade your gemstones. So you could have different grades of reds, from red down to lighter pinks. Then you could grade your yellows from golden yellows to daisy yellows. You could grade your greens from dark green to light green, perhaps forest green to perhaps a nice lighter mint green. And then you see what I mean? So because the box is open, you could do it that way. And of course you can see it from the back end as well, which means that you can see the colours straight away, how you want to arrange them. So you've got, this is a very, very cool deal. I like this. How many boxes in total are you getting? Let's find out how many boxes you're getting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see if I can do my 7 times table. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42. So 42 boxes. Plus the box itself that it contains, so that's 43 boxes in total. For what? We're doing what? Okay. I mean, when you go to your hobby and crafting shops, of which I think, you can go to the big warehouse versions, or maybe your local stores. Perhaps you've got, a certain place that you go to more regularly than not. Maybe you're not a hobby or a crafter as yet, but, perhaps you have been to those kind of warehouse stores. Right? Go and have a look at the price of storage. Go and have a look and see how much they charge you for anywhere near this kind of storage potential. And of course, don't forget, this is jewellery maker, so therefore what we provide is very much in keeping with jewellery making. And I think one of the things about us is that we're not your everyday craft store. We're not your everyday craft channel. There are other places that do 5, 6, 7, 10, 20 different versions of hobbying in one store or on one channel. We are not that place. We are Jewellery Maker. All we do, all we store, all we stock in our inventory is provisions for jewellery making. And so as much as you could probably look at this and go, that'd be good for decoupage, store all the little cutouts of paper. Oh, that's going to be really, really good for my needles, for my sewing. That's great. But we're actually designing this so that you have everything you want to store your gemstones into. Your findings even. Maybe this is you're going to buy 2 of these. 1 for your gemstones, 1 for your findings, and you're good to go. And I think storage really does make a difference, doesn't it? Storage really can make a difference about efficiencies of time of jewellery making, efficiencies and qualities that you want to bring. And actually it's also stock control. You can look here, and if maybe it's a findings pack box that you've got, and you're actually looking at going, okay, so maybe you're seeing that you need jump rings, and this is your jump ring. Okay, I need to get 3 or 4 different versions of jump rings again. Okay, this is your head pins, plenty of those. Maybe these are your crimp beads. No, I need to get more crimp beads. And actually it allows you to be efficient with what you need to purchase, because you can see all of your findings in one box. So these boxes, I mean, how many are you going to buy? And we've talked about postage and packing. The one thing we have to remind ourselves is that the postage and packing that we're introducing to you here is paid once for the whole day, as we've just discussed. But that doesn't mean to say, because the parcel's getting bigger, that the price of your parcel will cost you more, because it won't. You've already paid your postage and packing. That's £3.95, no matter how big the parcel is we deliver to your door. So you might buy 10 of those, and you could do that. You could buy 10 of those, and you will still be only paying 1 postage and packing. That's the way it runs. That's the way we've always held it to. So if you do want to make the most of this offer, how many are you going to buy? Multiples? Maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3 or 4. Perhaps you've got a plan with your findings, a plans for your gemstones, maybe your threads and cords and other such ingredients are going to go in another box. Perhaps you are another, perhaps you do dally into other craftings, maybe you do the likes of decoupage, etc. If you do, then these could be working wonderful for that. So maybe you need to buy another 2 or 3 on top. Maybe you're going to get 5 or 6. There's no boundary, no capping on quantity, and there is a huge reaction on this one. £9.95 is already paid for under £10. A 42 pot case that you have, and all of that for just £9.95. Just if you are out and about and you are heading, you know, to your hobby handcraft shop, just take a look at how much they charge you for something like that. I think you're going to be very impressed by our under £10 price tag. I really do. All right, let's go to, oh yeah, Amethyst drops, and they really are stunning feature drops. Smooth. I really like a drop that has that almost teardrop formation. 100 carats that you have here of your amethyst pairs. You've got the extended quality, a luxury opportunity that we have for you. Hold the lines if you've already got a phone in your hands. An amazing treat for luxury all the way. The size of each one of these is 12 by 8, and that's across the whole of the strand. And all of yours for the taking. One price tag is what? Oh yeah, £7.95 is all you pay. Perfect, smooth, rounded qualities of pearls that you have for just £7.95. Stay on those lines, of course. Think about pairs of drop earrings, perhaps a nice pendant feature, maybe a cascading design that you're thinking of. So much potential. Take a look at the variety of gemstones that you have in this strand and really see that quality finish. A big opportunity, and it's yours for the taking. An amazing luxury form that we can offer you, and it's yours. And it's now or never in this feature deal. Hold those lines. An amazing treat that we can bring you. I think the nicest part about this deal is that we know that amethyst is such a reliable gemstone to work with. We do know a huge opportunity. And if you haven't already got a phone in your hands, now you've got the chance to do so. YVP0. Oh, is that YPV? At 26 that we have for you for just £7.95. We are heading towards the final hour, and the final hour that we're going into, we're going clearance. Oh yeah, we're going clearance for the final hour. We've got 30. Now we have set the challenge, right? We are setting our challenge. We will fit all 30 items in to the hour. Yes, we will. That means we're going to have to do 2-minute deals. We could do that. We are so good at that. So good at that. But don't forget, on top of that, we have got for you brand new Botswana agate. Yes, and guess what? Brand new colour and totally natural. Part of our natural showcase, we have got for you red Botswana. Think about it. Go on our website right now and you just have a look at the colour of Botswana agate. It's not this, and yet it is brand new, and it is yours for the taking. We're looking forward to bringing this brand new deal to you. Never been seen before colour for Botswana agate. Certainly not in a huge selection of dramatic cabochons as you see them there. All yours for the taking, and plenty more to come. We're going clearance straight after we do our star buy after the break.
If you have a question or a query for JewelleryMaker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2. Or alternatively, you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
If you'd like more information on up and coming shows, you can view the programme guide on our website.
So we've selected this astonishing strand of pearls to be your deal of the day at 11 a.m. This is exquisite, Peter. I'm amazed at how round these are, the lustre, the colours, and these are naturally coloured.
Yes, all natural colour.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, the lustre's superb. Talk to us a little bit about when you roll the pearls. This was something we spoke about a few moments ago.
Yes. Well, you can tell the difference, the quality of a pearl when it's rolled, because the ones on the outside particularly are not moving at all. The centre one is moving a little, and the outside ones are moving a little, but only a tiny bit. But that, to all intents and purposes, is, you know, a round row.
Isn't that gorgeous? That's your deal of the day in jewellery.
Are you new to JewelleryMaker? For a limited time, we're offering new customers a wonderful free gift. The free gift includes 2 beautiful genuine gemstone strands in an organza bag. As long as you qualify as a new customer and haven't shopped with us before, then your free gift will be automatically added to your order when you make your first purchase. It's really that simple. Gemstone strands are selected at random, so gemstone size, colour and type will vary for each new customer. Why stop there? Once you receive your gemstones, we'd love to see what you create. Share your designs with us via our Facebook page and join our creative community of jewellery makers. Start your jewellery making journey with us today. Create, wear, share.
This is brand new, and if you like to do a little bit of research and you want to have a look, you need to go to JewelleryMaker.com. Excuse me. And if you go to JewelleryMaker.com, you can do it now. I'm doing it now on my pad here. And if you just type in, Botswana agate, and I've typed it in, and I've done a search, and this is the results. And I just want you to see, I'm being really open, very straight. This is everything that we have under our heading of oh, hang on, there it is, of our Botswana agate. So if I just show you there, I typed in Botswana agate, you can see at the very, very top, I typed that in, and then, I'm not very good at technology, am I? You know I'm rubbish at technology. This is everything that we have, okay? That's it. That's all of the Botswana agate. Now, I want you to look at the colour of that Botswana agate. I want you to see the colours that are on offer. And this is everything in our vaults. Even spoke to our fantastic merchandising team and went, look, is there anything else in the vaults? Is there anything else? Nope, nothing else in the vaults that quite matches what we're about to do, because this is red, and it is natural red Botswana agate. It is brand new, and it is natural red Botswana agate. And when we start to look at the traditional colours of Botswana agate, I mean, you could probably say in a strand of Botswana agate, and I'll choose one strand just so we can have a look. In one strand, there's some amazing colourways that you get but it's a patch of red, a patch of orangey tone. That is a traditional strand. That is what we expect from Botswana agate. You expect to see creams and bronzes. You expect to see the darker tones of jet tones and perhaps steels and metallic greens and greys. You do not expect from the whole of our inventory in stock to see this colour. This is natural, but it's also very, very different to anything we've done before in our cabochons. I know you're going to love it. I know you're going to love what we're about to do on the price tag. So if you do want a guarantee, I can say already I've got reaction from this price tag. I've already got people confirming brand new and never been seen before in this colourway in cabochons. Now we're about to do something very, very special. Have you ever seen a quality of this colour? I tell you what, we're about to do you a launch price deal. Botswana agate is renowned for its banding, its flourishing colours, its beautiful scintillations of colour quality, and you've got that captured in each one of these. And your start buy deal to kickstart our final hour of the live show today. My goodness me, do we mean business? That is serious. $12.95, dropping that price from a significantly low $19.95, a very, very happily low price tag of $19.95. 242 carats. Look at that one. Look at that one, it's fascinating. Look at the way that you get a transparency running through it. And yet you've got that colour so rich and it's natural. That's the thing we have to identify. The colour you're seeing here is nature's colour within the fingerprints of each one. And I like the fact that you've got different shapes. I like the fact that you've got something different in each one. You know, some of them are very naturalistic shapes and forms. And then you've got some that are a little bit different, like the gorgeous rounded cushion shape that you have there. But look at how different the colourway is, how unique it is. Think about your Botswana agate collection, and I mean, I'm sure if you've watched us before, then you probably could have a collection of 3 or 4 different strands of Botswana agate. They'll all be of a similar variety of, they won't be this colour. I can pretty much guarantee there's very little of this grade of colour that you'll have seen from us before, if any. So make the most of the deal that we have for you for just £12.95. Again, make a feature of this into your gemstone collection, and it is all yours. 242 carats, of course. Every bundle of the cabochons will be different. Everybody will get a different mix of gemstone shapes, colours, sizes, etc. within that 242 carats. So what I've just shown you is just a version of what you're going to see. Yours will be totally unique to you. Different colours, different textures, different shapes. Congratulations if you have been successful. Now, we have got 30 items. 30 items to fit in. I've just looked at the clock and went, how am I going to do that then? 30 items within the next 50 minutes or so. I reckon we could do that, you know. I believe in us. Right, so we're going to kickstart the show. We're going to kickstart. Oh, stop. Hang on. Stop. Hang on. Right. We're going to turn off my microphone for a second. Right, now we're in. That is it, isn't it? Now we are in the mood. Now we've got the t-shirt on, right? We're fit and comfortable, but let's not work about it, right? We've got for you a huge opportunity. Take a look at this. Let's get to it. It's clearance hour. I'm in the mood. I'm in the mood for clearance. Just clearance. Ooh. It's clearance here at JM, and you've got to make the most of the deals. And we have got for you, starting off, your gold-plated sterling silver round memory locket. Think Christmas. Think about giving something personal. Maybe putting inside this locket a wonderful memory, perhaps a moment, whether that be perhaps a photograph or a memory of a moment that perhaps could be relative to a piece of lace from a wedding dress. Perhaps it's going to be a locket from a baby's head, you know, that kind of thing. You've got here 30mm luxury memory locket. We've got reinforced glass, and you've got the luxury of the opening that closes as part of the bail as well. So it opens and closes as part of the bail, like, she says, like so. I've done that all fingers and thumbs there. Feature deal that you have there. It's so easy to open. It really is. I've just made it look really difficult. It's actually really easy, because can you see how you've got the double bail here and the single bail, and they just literally lock into each other. I just was a little bit fingers and thumbs there. £25 is all you pay for this solid sterling silver gold plated locket. Capture a memory, make a moment. Or, do you know what you could do? Put a little bit of thread, and this could be perhaps something for the Christmas tree. A personalised bauble that then can turn into a wonderful pendant. And maybe it could be hung up on Christmas Day, you know, and you just go, oh, what's that on the Christmas tree? I've not seen that before. What is it on the Christmas tree? And then you can see it as a locket, and then you go, and here's the chain, and then you make it into a piece of jewellery. That's nice, isn't it? Yeah. Like, straight on we go to DVD. Oh, hang on, not the DVD then. Okay, the DVD is coming up. We're going to go to peach moonstone first, though. Oh, nice rounds. Rounds on peach moonstone will always give you this wonderful light movement. Light moves very well on the rounds in this colour. In fact, I'll just show you just what I mean, like this. Oh, yeah. And we're in clearance, don't forget. These are all last of stock. This is a buy it while we've got it event. This is serious, low quantity, low price deals, guaranteed. That's to the end of this hour. And that means you're going to have to be fast. You're going to have to be reactionary. It is first come, first served. Your price tag on this deal, how low? How do you fancy on the nose? £9. I mean, that is absolute heading into clearance pricing. That is us delivering clearance all the way. We are looking here at your peach moonstone, perfect rounds, the rounds that just illuminate the glow of the moonstone-esque qualities. And of course, moonstone lunar glow is absolutely captured in each one of these rounds. Nice size, but it means it's really wearable. 8mm rounds, very, very classic and traditional shape and size for your jewellery making. £9. Absolute treat and a half. Free phone number. Join us on the web if you prefer at JewelleryMaker.com. A feature deal that we have for you. Right, we're going straight on to the next deal. That's 2 down. Still lots to go. Let's go next to our... Ooh. You know, we did the cabochons earlier on. I was like, that colour, that lustre. I think we might be in the same moment. I think I might be having the same moments with these. These are stunning. I mean, no wonder Labradorite has got our top charting gemstone of the last 8 years. No wonder it is the top of the charts. When it looks like this, it's just breathtaking. Can you imagine on Christmas Day having a necklace like this presented to you? Maybe with one or all of them, perhaps just a full featured necklace that is deluxe graded gemstones of this high lustrous proportion of labradorescence. This is a feature size combination, 14x10 to 22x14, and they are top drilled, which means that you can either use them, as you can see them here, with a crossbar, or alternatively you could, of course, add in an additional jump ring and then make them into a feature pair of earrings. I mean, there's loads of potential here. Wow, 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 the quality is something special. Absolutely indulgent luxury and all yours. And I'm just moving it. Forgive me if you don't like the camera moving like this, or the hands moving, but the more movement you get, the more extraordinary the colour qualities of the gemstones are. I mean, I could show you them individually, but I feel like you need to see them all because they all hold their own status of lustrous labradorescence. Spectacular reaction. Look at that. How many times have you seen Labradorite do that? More than once in a single stone. That's in every one of those stones. Full feature there. Congratulations. Straight to... How do you fancy Electro gold-plated amethyst pendant? I mean, the thing is about, with the electroplating, it's framing the gemstone on its own. It's actually almost cuddling the gemstone. It's the best way to describe electroplating. Last time I was out filming in India, which is about, oh gosh, I can't even think when it was, about a year ago. When I was out in India, actually it probably was over a year ago now. The nicest part about it was just I got a lot of time to see the beautiful technology that goes into electroplating, and it's an extraordinary process of precision. And it essentially is the metal hugging and embracing the gemstone. And I think the part about it is that it's not framing it like you would have a bezel or any kind of surround framework. It actually becomes part of the gemstone itself. So the electroplating is just layered on top of the stone. It really is quite an efficient way to create a dramatic surface framework for a gemstone. You've got a nice solid bill there on top, and all for one price tag, one luxury 15 carat in a clearance price tag deal. We go to £7.49. Now we are in clearance. I don't know whether you've noticed, but we are definitely in clearance. You certainly know that there, because it's a clearance price tag by far. Great size of gemstone, but also significant proportions of detail that go around it with the electroplating. This is your gold finish of electroplating for just £7.49. Is it time for the DVD? Okay, so this is a huge opportunity for those of you who are exploring new avenues of jewellery design, and in particular who want to really explore the unique potential of silver sheet designs. To be careful how I say that. You have here a wonderful combination of precious sterling silver sheet and wire, and you've got this combination of makings that you have from angels and ballerinas alongside our guest designer Rachel Norris. Now Rachel takes you through multiple details, including cutting and drilling, framework styles, embellishing and finishing touches, all within this one DVD. And it is a full DVD that also comes with a tutorial booklet, and that booklet is epically full of step-by-step instructions. It takes you through sizes, it takes you through specifics on finishings, so you get all of that within this one deal. Now the price tag that we have ever seen on this DVD, the only price tag that we have ever seen for this DVD, is £12.95. Clearance alert, clearance alert. We go from 12 to 5. That is naughty. That is genuine naughty. I mean, you wouldn't get that. You wouldn't go to any kind of library or such like and expect to get this kind of level of tuition. I mean, that is absolutely incredible. You have got here a serious opportunity there. You know, you go to a bookshop and they have some fantastic different, tutorial books, but they don't charge you £5 for the book, let alone this being a DVD and a book alongside it. £5. I mean, will be potentially a lot of bother with that deal. If you're going to do it, I think you should do it now. It's a clearance price point. I think that's proof that we are guaranteeing that we're in clearance. Maybe I didn't need to wear the t-shirt. Perhaps you would have got the vibe just from the prices, but it's nice to show you in different ways. We're definitely in clearance. £5 only. Next up, we have got another DVD. Now this is, I don't think this, do I present this one? Gosh. I don't think that or maybe I did. Oh, I'm starting to think of, starting to wonder if I did do this DVD. Obviously what I'm saying is that I was just presenting alongside the lovely Mark Smith. We often have a joke that sits between Mark and I, that, we often say that it's my DVD that Mark just chooses to guest on. I'm not sure if that's the case with this one, because I'm not sure that I was on him with this one. But either way, it's a really full pack DVD, a combination of melting and splicing, the paracord jig, back-to-back bracelets, non-clip bracelets and snake lock bracelets are all in this one DVD. It's an introduction to paracord, a full hour of technique for just £3.50. And if you haven't explored paracord, if you're interested in getting any of these kind of designs, they really are so workable. And once you learn these techniques, they can be just put into so many different designs and styles. I know a number of people who have said that this is one of their go-to DVDs for really making bulk detailed jewellery for fairs, etc. Because you don't need a lot of paracord to make a real striking bracelet. You know, it really does make a huge difference there. So yours for the taking at £3.50. This is your pretty much hour-long introduction to paracord DVD for £3.50. Right, onwards we go. And we're going to... Ooh, now these are going to be popular. You wouldn't have expected these to be in the clearance now, would you? Very, very popular. So if you do want to join us on this deal, I'm quite surprised that we've put these into the sale or into the clearance, because I wouldn't have thought that this was classified as something that we need to clear. Only because they are an essential part of jewellery making. I mean, this is gold-plated, sterling silver, plain pendant bails. Bails are something that for all jewellery makers we need, something that we can always utilise into our design. So not really a clearance item, something that we want in our inventory. Does that mean that we stick with the price that we should be going to then? I'm pretty sure that that's a no. We have just taken, and they are sterling silver, they are gold plated, and you're getting three £4.29. That works out at £1.10 each. That's silly, silly sterling silver pricing. I mean, that is genuinely, especially if you're going up for Christmas. If you do want Christmas pricing, Christmas gift pricing, this is yours deal. Oh, it's more than £1.10, isn't it? Oh, it's £1.50, £1.33, £1.43 each. Beg your pardon. I did a little bit of silly maths there. £1, yeah, I mean, well, under £1.50 for a sterling silver gold-plated bill. That is pretty spectacular, isn't it? Hold the lines and guarantee that you don't miss out, especially if you've got Christmas, you know, on your radar, when you want to think about Christmas gifts, where you want to be able to make something without having to, you know, worry about the qualities of finishing touches, the durability of the clasp or the pendant or the bill. This is going to really provide that elegant finish, that flourish of quality, and all for just £4.29. Hold the lines, and we've got a special deal for you there, which we didn't really need to do. Right, we're going to Swarovski next. Ooh, and they're nice, aren't they? So these are pretty cool, actually. Now then, let me just grab, because these are really funky. Look at these. Look at these. I love the way they rotate round. I love the fact that you're going to get that movement. You have there a stunning quality finish that you have there. I love the fact that you're going to get, there you go, 5 of these. I mean, they're almost double-ended, aren't they? They have that real flourishing finish of detail. They're spectacular. I love the way that they're faceted so that the light is bouncing, rebounding. I mean, it's pretty cool. They really are cool. And I've got 5 here, but apparently you're getting 6. I think somebody's where. Oh, there's one underneath here. Oh, there we go. I'll show you. You do get 6. There's one left in the little package there. And it comes in the Swarovski bag, as you can see there, for just £4.95. You know, when you're working with Swarovski, I guess you have an image in your mind of what you're looking for. Sparkle, something show-stopping, something that is relative to perhaps the style that you float with. I guess that's something that's really quite striking to add the Swarovski edge to your design. Really noteworthy detail of shape and form, which can really add that final flourishing decorative quality to your jewellery. An amazing deal. £4.95 is all you pay. Stay on those lines. 6-pack for a rock bottom £4.95 deal. Straight to Emerald in a clearance. And it's not just emerald, it's emerald rounds in a clearance. Can't even remember that we've seen rounds recently. I mean, nuggets and all manner of varieties, but rounds? Rondelles, you know, wheels and all of that, yeah, but rounds, and especially when it's rounds of this size, 7 to 9 mil, I mean, they are just perfect size for wearable jewellery, aren't they? Think about the 7 to 9 mil, and you're thinking about like bracelets, you're thinking about neckwear jewellery, drop style earrings, you know, it's just going to lend itself to a whole host of different looks. You've got here 85 carats of emerald, beautiful Brazilian qualities of emerald, 7 to 9 millimeter in this 18 centimeter strand. One price tag only, and that price tag, clearance, guaranteed. We're giving you the only strand of rounds that I've seen for a very long time. 71.96 to the penny, as low as we can go. Luxury, rich, chromite qualities for 71.96. Huge deal there, magnificent qualities. Stay on the lines and guarantee you don't miss out. All of these deals straight into clearance. We're not holding back on these deals. Next up, definitely not a clearance gemstone. 100% not a clearance gemstone. I mean, the truth is that, you know, some of the most prominent dealers of this gemstone over the last probably 15 years have now moved out of Tanzania because the restrictions and the boundaries that have been set are so limiting that they can't survive. Literally, I mean, I know them personally, and I've worked alongside a number of associates that we've contacted and been in contact with for literally over a decade, for 14, 15 years. And none of them now live in Tanzania. Everybody has moved out. They've moved to Zambia, they've gone to other locations because they've just said Tanzania is it's not the gemstone location anymore that it used to be in terms of its access to tanzanite. Zero really coming from the ground at the moment. You know, what used to be a thriving mining area is no longer so. It's a restricted mining area, and it's therefore a very restricted gemstone. If you want to hold tanzanite into your gemstone collection, in your family's collection, I think that's the important thing to identify here. This is a generation gemstone, and that's, you know, the reality is that we talked many years ago, maybe 5 or 6 years ago, about there will be a finite supply of this stone. It's a one source location, and people often think that we have to say that because, you know, it's all your job to make sure that no. The reality is this is a one source gemstone. There is a finite supply. There will be a point where they can't go any lower into the ground. There will be a point where this gemstone no longer exists from mine. It will come from stock holding, from essentially people's you know, safety deposit boxes. That's the only way that you'll get this gemstone in years to come. And I guess in some ways, if you want to be the person to access this gemstone while it's available, then this is the chance that you have. This is the opportunity, and the availability of tanzanite is most certainly so much more restricted than it ever was. So make the most of deals like this one while you've got the chance at $29.95. An amazing opportunity there. Straight to, whoa, gosh, loads of satin cord. And you know, the nice thing is that everything that you learnt from the paracord, you can actually use some of the techniques from that DVD and use it into the satin cord. It'd just be a thinner, smaller grading, but I'm sure you can reflect that into your design and into your detail. Love this colourway combination. Ooh, it feels like it's the colours of JewelleryMaker all in one bundle, doesn't it? It is the colours of JM, and therefore we have to do a great deal on it. This is your satin cord mega bundle. You've got an assortment of 1 mil satin cords. They're all gauged at 1 mil. A combination of your white, your red, you've got the wonderful greens, you've got your canary yellows, you've got your rich purples, and then you've got your aqua blue. All together, that full rainbow display, £4. Plus the white, don't forget. I mean, you take the white and you just use the white against any of those and it's just going to lift the colour again. You play with any of those colours together, maybe the purple and the red for Christmas, maybe the yellow and the aqua. I mean, that would be fabulous. All of this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 satin cord combinations, and all of these for the taking. And I believe that it's 10 metres of each. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 metres of satin cord for £4. Yeah, just think Christmas. Think about, you know, all of the designs that you can do with your macrame, which is your threads and your weavings and your knottings, and just do a tiny little bit of Facebook, Facebook, isn't it? No, what's that? YouTube, that's the one, that's the other technology thing. But go to YouTube and find all of the different techniques, technology thing, well, you know, but think about all of the different techniques that you can learn. There you have it. Let's go. So just not with it at all. Genuinely, just not with it. Technology and I, we are mere acquaintances. We have got another fantastic deal coming your way. This time with this wonderful satin cord, and that satin cord is perfect for Christmas because you've actually got your glistening cord. Can you see it? You can actually see that shimmering cord. That's going to look lovely for Christmas. And you've got the matte cord there, but then against the green and then against the white. That's a nice combination for Christmas, isn't it? That does give a little bit of a Christmassy twist. You could bring in the reds as well. I mean, you could do that as well if you wanted a little bit of Christmas twist. If you want to join us on this combination, these are approximately 0.5mm gauge, so a lighter, thinner gauge to that of what you've just seen in the satin cord. This one, a little bit more thread-like rather than a cord formation, though it is graded as a cord. Yours for the taking, you've got a lot, actually. You've got a lot going on there. It's a huge combination. What's the length of the reels then, guys? Just my info's not there. Oh, there it is. 50 metres of each, so that's 150 metres in total of your 0.5mm gauge satin cord. So it is a combination. Now it says yellow. That looks more white to me. Guys, is that meant to be yellow? It does say yellow on the info. It says light yellow. It's very light yellow then. It's a very, very, very light yellow. See, I think it's got to be the lightest grade of yellow you can get before it's actually white. I'd say it's almost cream rather than white or yellow. But hey, let's say, you know, let's not question that. Let's just say it's a lovely combination. At £8, you've got there 150 metres of your satin cord, and that one is glistening away. I really like that one. Gorgeous. And we're going on to, oh, what's in here? Now, there we go. Now, we're angling for a really good deal on this one. Yay. A really good deal. Thanks. I didn't think of that one. I hadn't realised that when I said really. It was playing on the. I did genuinely. I wasn't that clever. Thanks, Adam. Adam kept us clever on that one. But you've got here, and I'm not going to fish for compliments or anything, but a pretty special opportunity. I mean, I am guilty of a dreadful pun there. Guilty. Okay. I hope we don't finish this deal at a bad price. It's a good place, this one, JewelleryMaker. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, this is a definite clearance 10.
It's time to finish.
It's time to finish the deal. And we have got a £5.95 offer straight in. Sterling silver. It's the full fish tag deal. And you have got it here at £5.95. Stay in the lines. I thought that was quite good. I mean... is that I could sing a song, or I could sing a tuna about that deal.
Oh, I'm going.
I'm still trying to think of them as well. Sorry, Emma. I thought they were quite good, though. I mean, truthfully. Started out great. That's it. I'll go to school next week about it. I'll have your hook, line and sinker. I will stop now, I promise. Let's go on to another deal and another opportunity to get, I love these gemstones. Now, these are double-sided. I'm going to just twist them around like that. Can you see here how they rotate round? And can you see that, and in fact, if I do it slowly, can you see each one of them is pretty cool? Every one of them is special. And I love the fact that as you see the double-sided, it means that as you design your jewellery, you don't have to be restricted by holding it as a flat gemstone design. This is actually perfect for like a nice pair of earrings, because you put them on your shepherd hook, or you leave them on a head pin, and they could just move around, and you'll see those colours just bursting out, shimmering. Again, almost holographic like qualities shimmering over the surface. I love the fact that you've got the right size that balances that detail, really gives you that quality finish in every moment. That whole look for just £8.50. Really, really unique deal that you have. I think that is pretty special. We're going to have to pick up the pace a little bit. If we're going to fit in everything, we're going to have to pick up the pace. Come on, come on, come on. Let's keep picking up that pace, and let's not be chicken on this deal.
Oh, okay.
I'm so sorry, but I've come up with a really bad one, and I'm not going to say it, so I'll stop now. You've got here your bird charms. I mean, these are going to fly out. So if you don't want to miss out, you have got here 3 of your rose gold plated sterling silver bird charms. We're not going to cage this deal. We're going to put it straight out there. I mean, go straight for the deal at £7.95. I mean, they're really cute, aren't they? A lovely little charm. Maybe you've got 3 children, you could do a little 3-charm bracelet that just represents your little birds, your little chicks. Straight on. Oh, yes. Look at that. I mean, that's going to make a really, really funky necklace, isn't it? I mean, there is a real cool style to this, isn't there? I mean, you have here the luxury of your black onyx, couldn't quite say that there, bezel set into your sterling silver and then extended into a full length of chain. The whole overall length that you have here extends breathtaking gemstone after gemstone after gemstone. Whether you want to pick perhaps one neckline piece, or whether perhaps you want to create something a little bit different, well, the choice is yours. Whether you want to break that up into bracelets, or the way it's been designed, as you can see there, the chains have actually got their finishings already. Because they've got their finishings, you only need to add a clasp, and that's it, it's done. £15 is all you pay. This is your gemstone bezel chain. It's 17 by 9 to 19 by 11, and it includes 15 carats of your black onyx in your fancy briolette cut. What's the length of the chain, guys? Because the graphics cut off when it says the length of the chain. Is it ½ a metre? We're just going to find out, because is it ½ a metre? It must be ½ a metre. Oh, it's got to be longer than ½ a metre. I'm going to say it's longer than ½ a metre, though. That feels that it's longer. We don't have the information, do we not? Ah, it is. It's 70 centimetres. Thank you, guys. So you have here a combination. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of your gemstones, so you can extend that with the chains or not, for £15 in sterling silver, don't forget. Right, straight to hand-carved Labradorite. Wow. Oh, look at the detail. I mean, serious craftsmanship. Why is this in clearance? I mean, why would you put this level of craftsmanship, this beautiful detail? The reason it's in clearance, it's its final quantity, single quantity figure deal that we have for you. So that means it's going to be a sellout deal as soon as you can get hold of these. Don't miss out. Been very well received in its past. So if you are looking for this final last chance saloon deal, this is going to be at first come first serve, 45 carats. So we're looking at a serious weight to those two beautiful cabochons, but what a luxury of hand-carved craftsmanship, dedication, of skill, and I love the way they like just shimmers over each carving form of the petals. Magnificent deal. $24.95 for two, don't forget. That's for two at that price tag. Next up, oh, what's that one? What am I meant to be looking for? Or is it this one here? Okay, it's the Lazy Daisy Viking knit. It's tools for the trade. For anybody who wants to create something really funky, you've got all of the tools that really make a full luxury item. And Viking knit is something that once you start to work with, it creates the most fantastic finishing jewellery. I mean, it's a weaving technique that creates an almost tube-like form of wire, and you work on a pencil like so, but it's a special design pencil that has as you can see here, a pin at the top which you wrap into, and then you continue down, and it really is, once you follow the technique and you get a step-by-step tutorial, you get also the wire wrapper, you get etc. You get all of the things you need, including 40 feet of your base copper wire. All of this for one price tag. And it is as low as we can go. I mean, literally, boundaries are being pushed through now. When we first offered this, it didn't come with the wire. So now you get the wire and all the additional things like the tools, the clippers. You've got all of the must-haves, essentially, to get the very best out of your Viking designs. If you haven't done Viking knit, but you fancy something new for 2019 as a technique for jewellery making, I would certainly advise you take that. We've got a fantastic designer called Laura Binding who will take you through that on various other occasions, workshops and stuff. So if you want to know more about it, do speak to our call centre about workshops. Onwards we go. Now then, what about this for an instant piece of jewellery to be made? I mean, straight away, this is your tiger's eye horn pendant. It's 20 by 8, and I love the fact that, again, it's double-sided qualities that you're expecting, and it's exactly what you get. You get a nice size in the sterling silver head there as well, and all of this, I mean, on a leather cord. I mean, what are you going to do? A Christmas gift that's made in a couple of minutes. And, you know, you really do have that quality of finish. Perhaps you're going to design so that it actually sits a little bit more proud. Maybe you're going to design it in a different way to create something unique. But I just see this on a leather cord against the neckline. That's just my thinkings. But I'm sure you'll be more creative and perhaps come up with something different. £4.95 is your clearance price tag on this 5-carat tiger's eye horn pendant. You've got lots of potential. Good size, this, actually, for if you do want to make it into something other than just a pendant. It's a good size to go to the wrist, etc. It's got definite wearability factor, hasn't it, on that size? Congratulations there. Now this one, I guess in some ways the size dictates where it's going to go. Take a look at this. What about that? Heart-shaped green aventurine that you have here is a whopping 30 by 29 mil. What? Let me show you the side, because it's not just that size in terms of dimensions, but it's in terms of its thickness. I mean, that is a solid grid of aventurine. I mean, dramatic size. And again, place it onto a chain, make it into a feature pendant, and your job is done in terms of jewellery for design and jewellery in terms of wearability. This is a showstopper of a size for £4. Does it look like a £4 gemstone? No, there's no way that you could say that that level of size, statement of quality gemstones can be a £4 deal, but that is exactly what you have. 80 carats in total, green aventurine in your heart pendant, a real statement of, I guess it's shape and form that really makes this smooth and elegant, stylish and finished to perfection. £4 is all you pay. Right, next up we have got for you the what? I've never seen this before. How exciting. This is called the needling tool. For the first ever time in all of my time of working here, I am genuinely... Oh, look. I was hoping that would reveal something. Oh, I know what to do with it. Still not a clue. You think it's for felting, do you? I wonder if you put the needle in here and you lock that, so you place the needle in that thing and you then look, and then can I just say, that is like 8 years and it's the first time I've looked at a tool and not known what it is. I've never seen that before, and I will be really cross with myself when I get in the car tonight. I give myself a proper moment where I go, well, why did you not know? You should know that. And you're right, I should totally know it, and I promise you, I will find out what that tool does. But I've genuinely never seen it before. Right, we're going straight on. Straight to your cherry red quartzite. Now this is Christmas. If you're doing your holly wreaths, if you're doing any kind of mistletoe designs, any of those kind of Christmas vibes that you want to induce a juicy berry into, well, this is definitely that juicy red 6mm. I mean, absolutely fabulous colour, and really got that Christmas cinnamon tone, hasn't it? It's got that freshness. I think that's going to look lovely against her. I mean, you know, can you see there? Can you see the gorgeous corns? You know, the Christmas corns? Can't say that very well without sounding very northern. Christmas corns. But you could, that inspiration, look at that. Sorry, everybody's trying to now do a northern accent. Well, Christmas corns. Christmas, does that Christmas corns? That sounds quite northern, doesn't it? Christmas cones. Would you like to get a Christmas cone? Christmas cone. I just don't think that should come out of my mouth, should it? Christmas corn. But if you're going to see the Christmas corns there, then can't even try and be posh. The thing is that those berries just add a lift of colour, don't they? They just create a really lovely Christmas form, an idea of form, not form, a form. I think that they're all taking the mickey out of me. £2.15, you've got that lovely hollyberry colouring from that design for £2.50. Congratulations if you got that. Right, straight on. Double-sided again, which means your designs are unobstructed. You've got plenty of detail that echoes in the reflections of both sides of these wonderful discs and coins. These are your light brown leopard skin shell flat coins. Poof. And what you have here is a wonderful detail that can be really adding to the style and flair of your jewellery. And especially when you're going, you know, like for somebody like myself, I wear quite a little amount of patterned and, you know, big outfits. You know, I'm not very confident in terms of my clothing, and interested if I wear pretty much mainly black, because that's where my comfort zone is. Today I put yellow on, and my husband, when he came in from work, went, what are you wearing? Why have you? Because, and not in a bad way, because he's so used to seeing me wearing black that when you see me in colour, it's kind of like, what are you doing? Where's that colour come from? What are you doing? He didn't say it like that, but I think the interesting thing is just that actually a nice simple classic black outfit, you know, maybe a nice nice tailored suit, or maybe a nice little black dress. If you wanted to add a little bit of something funky and flared and stylish, you could do that with your jewellery, couldn't you? You want to add something a little bit contemporary, something stylised. This is absolutely different. I mean, what about earrings? What about a ring? You could do the whole set, little black dress, and then lift it with that stylish leopard skin jewellery, and I'd have leopard skin matching shoes. That's how I'd do it. Do you like that idea? Black dress, right, make the leopard skin jewellery, matching leopard skin shoes. Done. Done. £2.50 for the jewellery though. That's all it's going to cost you, and you could probably make 3 or 4 items of jewellery from that one strand for £2.50. You know, great jewellery to get you noticed for Christmas. You know, onwards we go. Now that is a fully stacked strand of rainbow moonstone. And you know, we've got to remember, because they're top drilled, you can layer more gemstones into one strand. And it looks like this. Isn't that epic? I mean, that really is spectacular. Rainbow moonstone in the graduated plain cushions. They're 7 to 12 millimetre at a 29 centimetre strand. I mean, it's, you see, when you think of 29 centimetres in a normal quantity of gemstones, you're probably looking at half the quantity on the strand that has here, because this is stacked. This is probably double, triple the quantity you'd normally expect for a 29 centimetre strand. And the reason I say that is because, as I say, if I just show you here, you see how they all are tessellated together. I mean, they're all almost just bound by each other. They really are absolutely incredible statement. Look, £4. Look at how many you're getting. I mean, again, if you're looking for a Christmas gift where you don't want to spend a huge amount of money, maybe you want to give somebody a hobby to start with, maybe you want to inspire them to make their own jewellery, perhaps you want to give them the gift of the jewellery, £4 is all you pay. Look at that again, £4. Epic, 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 epic. And onwards we go to, oh, the wire's here. How do you fancy 100 metres of 1mm gauge gold coloured wire? I mean, why would you say no? Because you've got so much jewellery making to be had from that wire. You've got so much potential jewellery making. 1mm gauge, well, it's sitting right in that structural gauge, isn't it? Where you can use it to really facilitate strength of style, you know, holding that structure to give it that real iconic finish. And you can start with the 1mm gauge and finish with the 1mm gauge because it's got such great flexibility. I know our guest designers say even for a 1mm gauge, you really have got the strength but also the flexibility of a top class wire. You've got 100 metres, which is epically must-have. That's amazing. For 100 metres of 1mm gauge wire. Think of what you spend for a 10 metres. Think of what you'd spend for 20. I mean, it doesn't suddenly then go to £20 for 100 metres, does it? We don't do £2 for 10 metres of wire. That's huge. That's absolutely epic amounts of wire. Okay, straight to, hang on, nice colour, beautiful colour. 1, oh, that's another nice colour. 2, I think they're very complementary. What about that one? And then, that's lovely, isn't it? I like the fact that you can almost go there, and then you could kind of go there, and I like the fact that you could definitely go there. I think you could really play with these, couldn't you? I mean, you could really play with these. Do you like that colour combination? I think actually what's nice about it is that it's so different that it's probably something that will really make your jewellery stand out. It'll probably make your jewellery something unique to your designs, and that's what we're always looking for. When you're designing, when you're crafting, you want to have the original, you want the individuality. You have here 2 280 meters of nylon cord, 0.4 mil in your overline, olivine, maybe is that how you say it, olivine, your wine. I don't know what the other colours are because they're moving me quickly on because I've got to fit in. We've got how many to fit in? Okay, we've got a minute to win it on each one of the 4 deals. How do you fancy Pyrite, top drilled drops? You have here the full weight, the beautiful drop style of these Pyrite. How dare we do this? Clearance price tag. We're going to where? I mean, the computer is definitely not wanting to do this next price tag. Computer says no, but we say yes. How do you fancy £6.50 for an almighty drop formation? Don't forget, these are drops, top drilled, and they are the luxury of Pyrite in a 230 carats. I mean, weight, absolute weight guaranteed in those. I mean, you can make something really stylish in that. Right, we've got how many more deals? Right, we've got 3 more deals and 3 minutes. We can do that, can't we? Absolutely. Next up, you have this lovely finish of your antique gold hatch, or crosshatch even, crosshatch bead slide. I can't even say that without it sound. Okay, Elegant Elements antique gold crosshatch bead slide. Whoo! Okay. Essentially what this is a fantastic feature clasp because it really adds an elegance, a style. And if you do something really significant in terms of your design, then you want to make sure that you finish it off with something solid. And this is that solid clasp. As you can see there, you've got your tubes where you can put your threads through, your cords through, etc. Any of your wires through. So really solid style. It is the luxury, it's weighty as well, really weighty finish that you get there. And all from what price tag? £7.95. That's all you're paying, just £7.95. I mean, you put that onto a piece of jewellery, you are elevating, you are absolutely guaranteeing that you're elevating the quality of the jewellery that you're creating. I mean, you're giving that flourish. £7.95 is all you pay. Right, we've got 2 more deals and 2 more minutes. Said we'd do it, didn't we? See, set the challenge. Okay, let's not celebrate yet. We have got here your suede cord. We've had in our last inventory of clearance, we've had that fantastic horn of tiger's eye, and I was saying all you need is suede or leatherette, you know, one of those. What about this bundle to add in a bit of colour to your design? You've got this mix of the navy, plus you've also, or is it royal blue perhaps you would call it, you've then got the mix of the green, the orange, you've got the deep reds and the blues all together. One price tag is £7.55. That's £7.55. Make the most of the deal. It's yours for the taking. And the final deal of the evening, that is 30 deals in 1 hour. 30 deals in an hour. Clearance is exactly that with us. See it, want it, go for it. It's your white howlite pairs, and you've got there through the center drill hole, so they're not drops, they are through the center drill hole, so it means that they sit flat to the neckline. Can you see there that they're going to be very much equipped to create a smooth feel against the décolletage. £4 is all you pay for 120 carats of your white howlite. Don't forget, you know it's highlight because you've got this wonderful veining through it, and that gives you that pattern and print of technique and detail of nature's quality. £4 is all you pay for that 120 carats of your white howlite. Free phone number is what you're dialing. You can join us at JewelleryMaker.com. Don't forget, you can continue to add through to your order for the next 2 hours till midnight tonight. So 1 p.m. for the whole day. And of course, if you've just joined us, and we've got plenty more to look forward to as we go on to repeats from the shows earlier on today. Thanks for your company. It's always nice to know that you're joining us. Thanks to the team. You've been absolutely epic and very, very funky. See you later. Good night.
So we've got these 3 really superb strands of Akoya pearls. Akoya pearls, that's something which a term which I'm familiar with, and I'm sure you're familiar with at home. What would you say sensibly is the difference between an Akoya pearl and other pearls?
Well, Akoya is one of the cultured pearls, so typically in the UK we tend to supply South Sea, Tahitian, Akoya and freshwater. And Akoya is cultured in an oyster, in seawater, in salt water. Right. And they're cultured in a quite small oyster, and usually one at a time, 1 or 2 at a time. Prices can be very high for Akoya, and certainly are high versus freshwater pearl if you were to take 2 that looked sort of similar on the basis that you're culturing 1 at a time and they're out at sea.
Fantastic, thank you.
Are you new to JewelleryMaker? For a limited time, we're offering new customers a wonderful free gift. The free gift includes 2 beautiful genuine gemstone strands in an organza bag. As long as you qualify as a new customer and haven't shopped with us before, then your free gift will be automatically added to your order when you make your first purchase. It's really that simple. Gemstone strands are selected at random, so gemstone size, colour and type will vary for each new customer. Why stop there? Once you receive your gemstones, we'd love to see what you create. Share your designs with us via our Facebook page and join our creative community of jewellery makers. Start your jewellery making journey with us today. Create, wear, share. It's easy to stay in touch with JewelleryMaker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 65,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email